in this special episode with all this entertainment. We're gonna be with the technology supervisors of Foxy Records and All This Entertainment, Blue Shark Sound, and Q Productions. These are gonna be the guys in the natural habitat. You're about to see some wild and amazing things. Stay tuned.
What's up? Dude, what are you doing?
I'm filming you.
Why?
Because you're in the natural habitat. People have to know who you are. Dr. Robert, Chris, these are the men that are behind the scenes every single week. So you get to see their faces. I know you used to think that they were just voices, but in fact, they are in this dimension.
Yeah.
They're very camera.
We're real. We're real.
I don't think people believe you, but okay,
Yeah,
that's cool.
well, what Sergio's, what we're doing today is we're putting our awkward selves in front of a camera, because
This is not a camera. This is live.
it's just live.
It's just live.
It's just live. Okay, gotcha. Whatever. Well, Chris is our usual video guy, but if you just tuned in for the premiere of the previous episode of On the Porch, you'll notice that I'm the guy who edited it. So Chris doesn't have a computer, so we're about to build him one. He bought a bunch of parts, and we're about to build him a computer. So
Woo!
we got all the parts here. We got this box, and then a box over here, and then some more stuff.
If you're really bored, you can tune in and watch us build a computer.
It's like Christmas.
Or if you don't know how to build a computer, should we go through a parts list real quick?
We
If
can.
you want to?
Well,
Okay.
We need to start opening stuff up too. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
I'm so excited
the
for you.
computer is, we're building him it's based on this. Oh, sir, just closing the door. So this is an AMD Ryzen 5 3600. Pretty good bang for the buck.
If you want to sponsor us, that's cool.
Yeah, AMD.
We are taking sponsors.
Yeah, we are taking sponsors, AMD. Although we're not using one of your graphics cards because they're not that great right now.
Oh yeah, that's great. Let's get a sponsor now. Yeah.
We lost that
But
one.
yeah, we lost that one. Okay, great. But maybe we'll get one from Nvidia.
Let's sell these.
Let's sell these. Okay, that one's good. So he's got, in this box, we got 16 gigs of RAM. That's DDR4. So,
Let's grab scissors. That will be a scissors necessary box.
yeah. No, I think it just pops open this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just pops
Oh, they
open.
make it.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's an easy box. Walmart doesn't do
No,
that.
No,
No, they never do.
Yeah, man, you'd use scissors to get scissors
Yeah.
out of boxes.
Yeah,
What the crap is that?
So he's got this B4. We're building him a more of a compact PC. So this is a mini ATX motherboard or micro ATX, whatever the term is. But it's a.
Can you tell us the
gigabyte.
difference between micro and macroeconomics right now?
Microeconomics actually focuses more on the, from what I understand, the small scale. I took two classes, one called microeconomics and one called macroeconomics. And macroeconomics worries about like global economics, and micro just worries about like, your basic, capitalism economics. What the hell are you doing?
Okay.
Why would anybody watch this? Okay, we got him a Gigabyte Aorus motherboard. It's a B450 chipset, which
That means a lot. I don't know exactly what that means. But that sounds...
B450. It's
You already showed that.
an AMD chip. I haven't shown this. We got him an SSD, which I don't have your hard drives in here, so we'll run out and get those in a second. That's his Sabrent Rocket SSD. It's an NVMe drive, so it's pretty fast. So we're gonna use that. And finally, the piece de resistance, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 Super graphics card.
You said pièce de résistance. I thought you were gonna start talking in French. You're fooling everybody, bro.
Sorry, man.
Telling everybody what economics are, man. Like, this is not the video in which we thought we signed up for.
We just said we wanted to build a computer because we were gonna build, like a few months ago. I built a new computer, and we were gonna. Was it last month?
It was last month.
It was, okay,
a few weeks ago.
We were gonna build a computer, but it was gonna take. I got all the parts in. It was gonna take them like an extra 3 days for us to stream it. So I said, screw it. I'm gonna build it on my own. So
He didn't really like us that much, but now we've really gotten him in here.
we're gonna start with the motherboard because unlike certain websites called The Verge tell you, you actually start with the motherboard first and not with the case. Oh, the case is down there. It's a Fractal Meshify C Mini. So
Still in the box.
It's still in the box, but we'll get it out in a minute.
Christmas.
But actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna test this board, make sure.
Amazing. Okay. I was like,
That's.
I thought that was hard plastic. I was like, man, that plastic.
Well, we're gonna test everything outside of the case first before we actually waste all that time putting it into the case. If something doesn't work, then we can send it back. You know. But
You're gonna send it back?
if it doesn't work,
Well, let's hope it does because we're building a computer to make it work.
We're trying to get
hope
these
it works
sponsors.
too.
So
Yeah.
If it don't work, it's gonna look really bad.
oh,
At least for the sponsor. I mean,
Well,
for the
if they're-
person, like I don't
I mean,
know.
if the parts are bad, then that's
Then
not our
We don't
fault,
recommend them
you know?
anymore.
Yeah. What
There
you mean?
was one thing that you did one time where you burnt something, right? What did that happen?
Yeah, but that was not well. Yeah,
Story time.
So I disassembled one of my other computers to clean it, and when I reassembled it, apparently I got like some water in something.
How did you clean it?
Used compressed air.
How much compressed air did you use?
A lot.
So, what does compressed air do?
Compressed air is actually I actually got some right here.
We're just not going to use it too much. Right?
Well, I mean, it's perfectly safe. But...
yeah,
Stabs you in the neck.
don't try that at home, kids.
But anyway, there's usually like a little straw here, and so that's all it is. But here's the deal: if you spray it at any sort of angle, and I'm gonna be really careful with it. Actually, come down here. If you spray it at an angle, that's like pure liquid nitrogen.
Oh, that sounds
So-
exciting. Let's burn some rubber bands.
We could.
I know. I used it one time. It's
I
great.
like scarred up my hand one time because doing that. Don't mess with that stuff, kids. All right.
Don't use dry ice either.
No.
Don't hold that or ice and salt. That's
Okay,
something you learn in school.
So we got the board we're going to put in our processor and our RAM, and we're also going to install our graphics card, and we're going to plug it up to this monitor, and we're going to boot it outside of the box, outside of the case, just to make sure that it works. So get our processor out. Let me find us something that I can open. I've got a toolkit right
What do you
here.
need open?
I got like this little toolkit here. I keep forgetting I've got it. Oh, iFixit toolkits. These are good. So iFixit, if you want to sponsor us, totally. I love your toolkits. They're quite the bee's knees.
Do bees have these?
I have no clue.
This is a conversation for other days, I guess.
I mean, we could. What do you guys want to talk about while we do this? Because I mean, a lot of it's just gonna be.
I mean,
like,
I want to talk about bees knees now.
yeah, really?
No, I don't.
That's what you want to talk about?
No, no.
We don't know if they have one.
Oh, yeah, we don't know if they have knees. Anybody want to look
But
that
we can
up?
talk about things we don't know about. I mean, that seems to be the consensus around these times.
You want to look that up on the internet? Okay, so there's our processor. That's pretty much the main component of the computer. So
So if you don't have that, you'll be kaput.
yes,
Have a
yeah.
computer that
Yeah, if you don't have this, you really don't have a computer. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and raise up retention arm right here, and we are going to take that out. And they changed it from triangles to dots. Actually, okay, this one is a little triangle. So we're gonna line up that triangle.
Slide to everybody.
Yeah, I know, right? With this triangle, and we're just gonna wait a minute. Yep, I did it wrong. My bad. Okay, sits this way.
We'll cut that out.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. Luckily, I caught it before I tried to like insert it and damage anything. All right, so that's seated. So now processor's in. So now we're gonna grab. Oh yeah, it's done.
That's all we need.
It's done. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Great. All right. So now we're gonna. So Chris is just gonna use his the stock cooling fan for now. If we do.
Unless we see the temperature
Yeah.
rise, and then we can add another fan.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
always. This comes for free with the computer. We can always add in a separate one later. So now here's the deal.
Well, that looks cool.
Yeah. These things already come with thermal paste. You don't need to add any more. It's already installed. It's
Oh, I
good
wanted to
go.
see you use it. Y'all made it seem so invigrating.
I mean, if you
before.
want me to like.
No.
wipe that off
If it's gonna
and-
mess it up, that
Nah,
really
mess
doesn't
it
seem-
up. I mean, it'll be fine. You know, just a computer.
Fill in the edges.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's just a computer.
So oh yeah, the way that these install is this will install like it'll sit on top of it like that, but we have to take off these little retention brackets in order to get it on.
So we need a Phillips screwdriver.
Yep.
And of course, the toolkit has everything you need
Yeah.
because it's toolkit.
It's the iFixit toolkit.
iFixit
It's
toolkit.
yeah. So iFixit. I love your toolkits. Just saying. Love it.
Sponsorship, totally.
Yeah, we will totally I won't even call it shilling because I freaking love this thing. So, all right.
What is shilling? Is that the mode of money, or is this
I don't know.
like a shameless plug? Is that what it means? Kind of.
I guess I mean like they're not paying us to say that the toolkit's great.
An
I'm
important note: don't lose any parts.
Yeah.
When-
Oh yeah, because you almost got like the
Well,
keyboard part.
Okay, so this thing just kind of flew off with the screw, but it shouldn't do that.
So do this on a table where you can see all your parts.
The Verge did get that part right. They said, all right, there we go. All right, scissors are back up now.
And we're back. That was just a fool.
There she is.
Oh, there she is, the wife of the Dr. Robert.
Can I shut down your computer?
Which one? The one in there?
Yeah, because it just came back on and it keeps saying it's being interrupted.
Wait, what's being interrupted?
The video.
Like the one in there?
The one on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. It's beautiful now. Looks good.
Yeah, you can shut it down. It's fine. Love you.
Love you too.
Hey, you're the one who walked in here. You knew what we were doing.
You got this into yourself.
All right. So sorry about that. We
Technical difficulties.
technical difficulties.
We didn't have
here.
a sign.
That's why we typically don't stream from this house because the internet and stuff.
You want to toss a little shade? Is that what you?
Yeah. Well, it's MediaCom. I don't expect them to sponsor us.
They're gonna call us and be like, listen.
Well,
Listen,
we
yeah.
got a deal for y'all, but
Yeah, great deal for you.
It's MediaCom. All right. So here, let me just show this for anybody who does care. So there's actually like a back plate here that just slips inside them. This comes with the board. So, and then that's what the heatsink screws into.
Mm.
So yeah. Now I'm gonna be like looking behind myself to make sure.
I'm
that the
watching
stream
Yeah,
it.
doesn't
we're
crash.
looking at it.
Okay,
got it
good.
on my phone.
Let's make
We
sure.
don't want to
you want me to-
disappoint our viewers.
You want to just pull up
whole-
OBS and
Yeah,
see
yeah.
and see if it crashes or not.
It's 60 of them. Illusions.
Two. All right, so
Three.
now we're gonna. So basically, we want to align that on the retention bracket. Now, here's the key. So many people screw this part up. It's just like a car tire. We're gonna start on one corner. Gonna get that going, and then we're gonna go crossways.
What's that pattern called?
Cross pattern. Or just actually, I'd tighten that one down just a little too much. So, but we're gonna go cross pattern.
It's like rotating your tires.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you rotate your tires, Chris?
So you take your left front and you'll put it on your right rear.
Nice.
And then you do the opposite. You do the right front, put that on your left.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah.
Left
Awesome.
rear.
So
We're
when
learning
you're-
all types
Something I
of
need
things
done to my truck very, very soon.
tonight.
So when you're installing a, let me make sure that's, I can't see it from that angle, so sorry. All right, so I just went across here. Now I'm gonna go down here, get that one going. Then I'm gonna go up here, get this one going. Sounds a lot worse than it actually is, but
You know,
it's-
that's exactly kind of what I was
It's
thinking.
kind of like grinding.
yeah. Well, there's a spring inside of it, and those springs, they've got
The
it.
grinding metal is normal.
Yeah, it really does. Well, it's kind of like when normally with Intel brackets, they see. Well, it's because these are like brand new and those springs haven't compressed yet, and so. Oh wait, I went this.
And this
oh,
is the
shit.
time where we don't allow ourselves to take responsibility, and we say we actually tighten these screws down a little bit too much.
Nah, really,
Fame just pops up.
really, as soon as the screw stops turning, that's when you stop. You don't over tighten it, because if you do, then that's gonna cause trouble.
It's not a torque wrench.
Right. Is this not threading properly? Sorry.
Oh no! How are they gonna ever know how to do righty tighty lefty loosey?
Yeah, it's literally all it is. This is basically like adult Legos. There we go. I couldn't get enough like leverage on it. Or is that the right word? I don't know.
Leverage?
Leverage?
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
Force.
Okay, so
Manipulation.
then the
Manifestation.
CPU fan plugs into what, this little fan header here. So that's just, it only goes on one way. Like
The
that.
right way?
Yeah, the right way. Yeah, and then this cable just kind of like,
If it don't fit, it's not right.
Yeah, this cable just kind of hangs out there. Now we made sure that we put the AMD logo over here. Now, one thing that we are going to do real quick.
Is that like a preference, or is that like something?
No, it's mainly just so you don't cover up the RAM slots over here.
Okay.
So real quick, one thing I do want to look at is where'd the motherboard box go?
Inside of the other box.
Inside of this box?
I think.
No, I don't see it.
This is exactly right here.
No, that's the
That's
graphics
the
card.
graphics card.
Where'd the motherboard box go? Because there's this really interesting thing that guys don't typically know how to read in there. It's called the manual.
Like we are doing right now.
Yeah.
We don't have the box.
We didn't have a manual to.
Seriously,
like,
where did the box go?
It should be in that.
X marks the spot.
Is the box? Is this? No, it's not. It's not in this box.
Did we leave a
Did
box
we-
downstairs?
No, because we just took it out of the box. Oh wait.
It's sitting on the box.
Where's our phone?
Do you guys not have phones?
Everybody never knew that they'd get some sort of entertainment
Yeah.
building a computer.
Yeah, so you watch. There's not gonna be a manual in this. Oh, there is. Sweet. Okay. So the reason that I am reading this manual. Okay, see this thing? Never used that. I don't see why they still ship them with those. We're not even putting a DVD drive in this computer.
You're not
I just, heard,
movies, are
I, just
you?
heard, I just heard Lauren laughing at the fact that we couldn't find the pop. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the manual because we want to make sure that our RAM is operating what's called dual channel mode. So we want to make sure that we populate the correct slots for dual channel mode. And sometimes it's these two slots, sometimes it's these two slots. I have a feeling it's this slot and this slot, but I just want to make sure.
So why is that?
You know, I really don't know why motherboard manufacturers do it that way, but the reason we want it to run in dual channel is that way. It says 1, 2. Yep. Okay, so we need to populate 1, 2, and I think it's
One
listed.
is closest to you.
Yep. Okay, and it's listed here. Sometimes they list it here, but sometimes they list it like A2, B2, and it's not very clearly labeled out. So we need to populate this and this.
So 1 and 3?
1 and 2. So
One
this
and
is
two.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. So basically, what dual channel does is, I don't describe what dual channel does. Dual channel basically takes the load off of just one stick of RAM and puts it onto 2 sticks instead.
Mm-hmm.
It runs more efficiently that way.
Get a free sticker with it too.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. We can put those on your case if you want. Okay, so DDR4 memory, pretty standard.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, but your wife loves you.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
How do you? Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know. How do I know?
Well, she actually
She
commented
does.
on the post.
Oh, she did.
And she also said it when she was in here too. So
I
I,
was
mean,
saying,
if you didn't know by now.
She was like, it's right there. Okay.
See, that's why we're men and we're not smart.
I know, right?
That's why.
Okay, so the one thing, so what we want to do is we want to make sure that the notch lines up with the notch in the center of slot. So, and with DDR3, it was further one direction. With DDR4, it's not. But so if it doesn't line up, flip it over. But yep, we got it lined up. So, wait for that little click.
I know. I hear clicks.
The
That
whole
thing break.
board snaps.
I know. That everyone freaks out, like with Intel sockets, like the way that Intel boards, the way that the processors go into them, there's actually like a retention clip that sits on top of them. And whenever you're pulling that retention clip close, it's like really, really tight, you know, and so many people freak out the first time because they think that they're about to damage something, and like in reality, that's how it's. Am I in the right slot? Yep. Okay. In reality, that's like how tight you have to like push it down. Okay, so there's that. So real quick, so we can do our test boot outside of the case, we need to open up our graphics card and go ahead and slot it in real quic, just so
Where's
we
the
can get
box?
a video. I don't know, sir.
It's a big green black box.
Why did we live stream this again?
Because it's something that people need to know.
Yeah, it's
Like some people that like want to know don't know, but they want to do it, but they don't know how to. And sometimes instructional videos aren't always the best. But not that I'm saying that this one's gonna be better. But at
Yeah,
least,
true.
At least we're doing it and it's fun.
it's gonna be better than The Verge.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, so here's the story behind it. The Verge released a PC video, like about a year ago, of them like building a computer, and everything that you could do wrong, they did completely wrong.
Can we do that? Just in case to show what we shouldn't do.
Well, I'm sure that Chris wouldn't like
let's
this.
do it on a computer that we don't.
Yeah,
necessarily
Chris
want
wants
to
a
keep.
computer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
I
so
was just joking.
So the one thing that we are carrying over from Chris's old computer is his old power supply, because there's no need to replace it. It's still in good shape. So, and it's 850 watts. That's plenty for this computer. So, all right. So all we'll need for this is our 24 pin. Put that in the right direction. So that's our 24 pin power connector.
And make sure that's the right way.
Yep. It's the right way.
No, I mean I was just for our viewers.
Oh yeah.
I think it can only go in one way, I think.
Yep.
Well, that's exactly what they say about like USB cables and stuff. But you put it
Okay.
one way, it doesn't fit. Put it the other way.
If you're jamming it in there and it's not going
Yeah, if
anywhere,
it's
not right.
Yeah.
So don't jam.
Although I always find that with like USB cables. Okay, now here's another one that's tricky. Oh, the label rubbed off on this one, I think. But this CPU power connector and these PCI power connectors, they look insanely similar. They're not the same. Don't get them mixed up. If you do, that's like bad news.
You're gonna fry something.
Yeah.
Really?
Really.
So you know exactly. Damn.
Yeah. Well, this one, the CPU, you can recognize they will split into
Okay.
2 separate 4 pins. The PCI ones will split from 6 pin. So like, see how that's 6 pin, and then there's an extra 2 pins to be 8 pin.
Okay, gotcha. Nice.
So, but we know that this one's the CPU because it splits into 4 pins, and that plugs in up here. And those just kind of sit together, and I'll click in just like that. So, us like doing this on top of the box isn't gonna look pretty, but it's more just for a test, real quick.
At least we shouldn't lose the boxes.
Yeah, that's true. And really, we're testing it outside of the case because if we go to turn it on and something doesn't turn on properly, or like the computer's completely, or like, you know, a part's not working properly, that way we didn't just waste all this time like installing it all into the case just to then take it all back out.
Mm-hmm.
So if it doesn't boot, then we can start troubleshooting before we install everything in the case. But
And then if it
this
doesn't boot, y'all all just wasted your time.
wasted your time too. So
You're not wasting my time. I'm enjoying this thoroughly.
well, me too. That's fine. Wow, that is heavy. So yeah,
Would you like? How heavy is it, Dr. Robert?
probably about like good 5 pounds at least.
So like a
You know, 3.
third of a brick of gold.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so these always have like these little protective like plastic
Clucks.
covers. All right, let's make sure. All right, we got one HDMI port. See, I've only got a DVI cable for this monitor, but I've got an adapter, so give me just a second, I'll get that plugged in.
And for our viewers and the cameraman, what does that mean?
It's gotta come towards you, I think.
It does. Oh, yep. So we got to make sure that this is hanging off the edge of the box. There we go. All right, now we should just hear a little click. Boom, got it.
It was more like a slide.
Yeah, true. That didn't click as satisfying as it probably will when we do it in the case.
Cool.
But so now this requires 8 pins of a PCIe connector. So that other connector that I told you not to confuse
Yeah.
earlier.
The 6 and the 2.
Yep, that's what we need. And that needs to be flipped over. And your hot box back there kind of sweating a little bit.
Hotbox is his other computer, not somebody we have locked in the case.
Shut her off.
There you go.
And we're back. There we go.
Oh my god. Okay, so this is all pretty much ready to go for us to do our test boot. I do need to find a power cable for this, so let's move this out of the way.
You know what? I should probably. Can I? I'm just gonna hit record. How about that?
Why?
Maybe because then we won't go into standby mode.
Yeah, that'll work too.
It's mainly just for the
Yeah.
aesthetic. We're not actually gonna like put this into a movie or anything. Like
Why
that.
not?
I mean, we can. I mean, that's
Why
what
not?
that's the next step in all this entertainment, huh?
We want to make movies.
Well, I mean, skits and stuff, and then movies will come in a couple years. Maybe like 2.5 years, 3 years.
Sergio's got some lofty goals.
We all got some lofty dreams.
Okay, so this is just a DVI to HDMI adapter that I'm using just so we can plug that in. Where's the... Okay, which side is up? I want to say it goes in this way. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you're not.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That was a satisfying sort of click.
Let's see. All right, so real quick, I'm going to find a power cable.
Inside of the closet that...
I'm coming to this closet. That,
Oh.
I found my skateboard the other day. That's cool.
Let's tell everybody about that skateboard.
I got this in the 5th grade. It's a Tony Hawk Falcon 3. It's even got like the matching wheels, and you can tell that I rode it at some point
Choice.
in the past.
And that's not how he broke his hand, though.
No, I broke my hand in a much more stupid way that I'm not talking about. All right, so I need a power cable. Is there one in here? This will work.
And while we're looking at that, see, look at that. That's cool. Isn't that cool? That's awesome.
I'm gonna get a
It's
copy.
just, I know we are. It's fine. It's fine. You know what?
Don't mess with Disney.
Don't mess.
This is from Disney.
DMWD. Don't mess with Disney.
All right. So, Chris, if you want to help me out real quick, I got
I mean-
a power plug back there.
Unless Disney wants to sponsor us.
I don't know. I'm sure there's some.
I think they're doing all right.
Be a lot of stipulations for
they're
that
There's some
one.
stipulation there. I think everybody knows who Disney. Oh shit.
It's a mutual thing, I guess.
Yeah. It's a very mutual thing. Okay, so let's make sure that's shut off. So I'm gonna plug in our power supply. I swear to God, if this blows up, this is gonna be. Yeah. All right. So.
A Michael Bay sound. Yeah, that's the only way that would
I
make
know,
this
right?
worthwhile. It's
I
a
know,
Michael
right?
Bay.
All right. So here's the kick. We know if it's working if the lights flicker when I hit this. Hey. There we go.
I don't think I got the light flicker. Do that one more time.
Okay, fine. They won't do it a second time.
Ugh.
The first time I do
That's
it.
okay. I did it. I got it. Anyways.
So
I just wanted to do a
here's
double take.
here's the key. We don't have a power button, so we've gotta basically jump the computer in order to test it.
I'm down to see this.
Okay, so we just take like any sort of metal object. This is just like a metal pry tool that comes in the iFixit toolkit. Totally, if you want to sponsor us, I love this thing.
Is this like the way you're supposed to do it, or is this like just kind of?
Well, just for testing right now. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
Also.
It's fun. So right here, you see these little tiny lighting down here. So we got to find the one that says power switch, and then we just have to bridge those 2 pins. So we got power LED, reset, power. Okay, so power are these 2 pins right here. So what we do?
Nice. It's like hot wiring a car, except not.
Yep. Okay, so now we wait to see if a post shows up on the computer. Oh, we got some RGB. Okay. It's probably gonna the first boot always takes a second, so it's probably gonna do some weird stuff.
As long as it doesn't make weird sounds, right? That's
Yeah.
It's really quiet.
Yeah. It's insanely quiet.
Almost too quiet.
So we're just. So the main thing is we're waiting for a post signal on the screen. So right now I think there. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay, BIOS has been reset. Please reconfigure your BIOS. We're not going to do that right now because we're going to get everything put into the case first, and then go from there. So that's how you start a computer without a power switch.
So everybody's gonna do that at home now, even if they don't need to.
Yeah, you really don't need to. You only need to if you're building computers. But yeah, so we're into the BIOS. We're in good shape, so we can go ahead and start putting everything into the case, and Chris will have a computer by the end of the night.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and sorry, computer.
Ooh no.
Shut it off. All right, cool. So everything's working. I mean, if we wanted to, we could throw a mouse and keyboard and just make sure. Actually, Chris, didn't you just get a brand new mouse and keyboard for this? All right, let's plug that in real quick and restart it. Well, just because Sergio's interested by the whole hot wiring a computer thing.
I love the idea of hot wiring a computer.
Oh, it's a computer, not a car. Okay, so that's our little...
Isn't a car a computer basically nowadays at least?
Cars have computers in them.
But that's what makes them run a lot of the time nowadays, right?
Yep.
Are you able to run the VGA there? If you,
or
or does it have to go through the
you
HDMI?
want to run it through this because this is 10 times more powerful than this will be. And plus, I don't know if your processor has a built-in graphics driver.
Okay. So it has to go through the HDMI?
Yeah,
Okay. Do
So-
you have another HDMI adapter by chance?
like that'll go from HDMI to
Yes.
VGA. Not on me.
Okay.
Or I don't think I have one.
We can go to Spectronics and find one.
Spectronics is great. Hey, Spectronics, you want to sponsor us? We
Yeah.
love your store.
We do. We've
I don't
used
know
it
if I
so many
have a
times.
conversion on that.
We have used it like so many million times. Like all of our this 75-foot Ethernet cable that's making this stream happen
Yes.
right now. We bought at Spectronics.
Very cheaply.
Yeah, it really I always tell this story. My dad went to Office Depot one time and bought an Ethernet cable, and it cost him like $20. And I told him to take it back, go to Spectronics, and Spectronics only charged him like $3 or something like that. It was super cheap, you know.
Yeah, I think this one's like 7 or 6 or 7.
Yeah,
like that.
for
Really
75 feet.
cheap. Yeah.
So there you go. All right, so we're gonna.
One more time.
Oh wait, power supply's not on.
Robert.
Sorry, bro. All right, boom.
Ooh.
All right, so
Green light.
now we got our keyboard and our mouse plugged
Should
in.
be
Sure.
on.
Okay,
It
sweet.
is on.
There we go. BIOS has been reset. Please reconfigure your BIOS. Okay, so now basically what we're making sure of is that we are looking for.
That looks really cool. Looks like you're in a game.
Not really. All right, we're looking for PC. I think PC health. Nope. Advanced frequency settings. That's fine. All right.
So what are you looking for?
I'm just want to make sure that all of our RAM sticks are being recognized.
Buckshot.
So I'm just looking for peripherals, possibly chipset. No power. Isn't there just like a status thing or something? That would be nice. Now I look like I'm an idiot because I don't know where it is in this BIOS. It's a little different than.
I mean,
anything
you
else
kind
I
of
do.
just made a computer. I think everybody will forgive you. We're in a forgiving type of world right now.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
Are we though?
You know what? We're not getting there.
Yeah, let's not go philosophical tonight. Let's.
Yeah, that's gonna take another hour.
Okay, advanced memory settings. So right now it's running at 2133, which we'll get it set up to run at its full 3200 megahertz. But typically most boards they run at 2133 before you reset that stuff. So we don't have an XMP profile set either.
So adding it to the what else as far as like major components are you doing aside from the case? Like,
That's pretty much it. The case, and we also don't have his SSD installed, which actually that's one thing that we can do outside of the case. So we'll go ahead and do that once we power everything down and get the graphics card removed, because we're using an M.2 drive, which installs directly to the motherboard.
mm-hmm.
So right now I'm still just wanting to make sure that we've got all 16 gigs of RAM. BIOS, security option, fast boot. What the heck? Miscellaneous settings, is it in there? It should just show me. Can I like scroll over here and show? Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. So we've got it. Frequency 36, 3.6 gigahertz. That's the boost clock of this computer. Temperature, hey, that's pretty good. We're running at 35 degrees Celsius, but we are on open air right now. 35 degrees Celsius right now. That's our core voltage. That's good. And memory running at 2133, but we'll get that fixed. And the size 16,000 megabytes. So good. We're good. Everything's being detected, so we are good to go.
Nice.
I'm gonna exit without saving. Although I don't know why I'm trying to exit, because it's gonna boot into absolutely nothing because there's no drive here. Bye, computer. Once again, we'll see you in a few minutes. I just flipped that switch and that light still stays on. You're lucky, Chris. You got RGB in your computer. As opposed
I
to
get to see a light.
RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Let's not get. Let's not.
That's not really political. She's just a Supreme Justice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
She's a Supreme Justice. She's kind of old. That's really all I know about her. I don't know anything else, really. I'm sorry for anybody who's an RBG fan.
But if you want to comment in the comments,
Yeah,
and
tell
let
us
know-
about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I'm
Yeah, 'cause-
dying to know. I know she was the one thing I knew. She was good friends with Antonin Scalia, who was another Supreme Justice on the Supreme Court, or Chief Justice on the Supreme Court. He died a few years ago. So
I was gonna say Scalia, but Scalieri is the guy that created the first metal framework on the Ferrari.
oh really?
Yeah, Sergio Scalieri.
Nice.
It's like instead of Sergio Mendes, that's what I like to go by.
Yep, so we're gonna take that off, but I got Chris an MSI card because I've used tons of MSI cards and they have never failed me yet. So MSI, it's a good brand. I'm gonna set that over here for now, and we can move these out. I bet Chris is just sitting here like, Robert, just build my damn computer already.
Oh, we got other stuff we gotta do after these are built, because we gotta get windows on there.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But we don't need to worry about showing all that. Y'all can figure that out from the.
But the people need to know.
They will need to know. I mean, if you want to do that, that'd probably take another 20 minutes or so.
Not even that.
Not even that.
Not
Ooh.
that nowadays.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a time limit for you now. Before we didn't know, but now it's less than 20 minutes.
As if I can quit losing my tools.
You're losing frames pretty bad right now.
Oh, we're losing frames? Probably my internet connection, so sorry if we're dropping frames.
And the sad thing about it is that now the audio is going to get shot.
Is it? You think so?
Yeah, because it's not through the board, so it's not.
That's coming back. No.
Oh, now it's going to go red. Red again. Red again. Red again.
Shut up. Shut up.
See, this is what we're looking at right there. See that? See
Yeah.
that green thing right there? That's what we're looking at.
It's green, so,
So
we're
now
good.
it's
We're
good.
We're
But
good.
then when I turn it off of it, it's going to turn yellow again. I think you're just causing a lot of this power to go away, man. You're just all
sorry, bro.
mighty.
All right, so we're gonna install the hard drive here, or the SSD. It's not a hard drive. Chris is keeping those stickers so we can put them on the case. he wants those stickers. Okay, so our SSD is actually gonna go in here into this slot. Now it did come with the motherboard came with this little screw so that we can install our SSD properly.
A tiny screw.
This is what I'm wondering. Doesn't it need a post to do that as well? I'm trying to make sure. This is only my second M.2 drive, so.
This is very interactive. I'm glad we chose to do this.
Are people actually watching?
I don't know. But that's okay, because
Did
the
we-
thing is, we're just doing something infomercial-wise, and people don't always
Did we
watch
need any of these?
information videos.
No, we won't need any of those right now. Because those are just you might need them if we get a cooler that requires them, but right now we don't. So, you're probably, so what do you guys want to talk about while we do this?
Here's Bader Ginsburg, but we can't talk about her. You ain't got no information.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Okay, so we won't talk about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Okay. There we go. Apparently you open this from the bottom.
Coming from the bottom now, here.
Oh, it comes in this little metal box.
Oh, that's
Why?
a pretty metal box.
But why?
In case you want to put it back.
I guess. I don't know.
We can use those for business
There
cards.
you go. That is
What you don't know is actually you pay the bulk of the price for that box.
pretty much.
That's all you're paying for. Takes a lot of
That's
metal.
it. That's what's in the box. This little. So that's what Windows is going on.
And that is
This is an M.2 SSD, solid state drive.
solid state drive.
Solid state drive. Okay, I want to see if there's a way that you just pull that. I think that's how it goes. I might need to RTFM to find
Well,
out for
the-
sure.
I was gonna say. Let's not go there.
Oh my god. So, alright. Sorry guys, I got RTFM. Real quick.
What does that mean?
Read the effing manual.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Don't you just love acronyms?
Yeah. RTFM. Okay, because I want to make sure, because typically what happens is like you have a post that goes in here, and I want to make sure, is that the post that needs to go in there, or what, you know? I just want to make sure.
So we had all this entertainment, fully acknowledge that it's important to read the manual.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Robert says so.
Yeah. RTFM. Or is it literally just like this screw? Because like, all right, so this just kind of slots here. Oh. Sorry guys, I would make a comment about how I have only one hand, but I'm sure that they're really getting tired of me saying that.
No, it's more the excuse.
Excuse.
I only got one hand.
I broke my hand.
I only got one hand.
All right, so because really the SSD is gonna like it slots in here. Kind of just like.
Is there a satisfying click?
No, there's no satisfying click for this. So sorry, Sergio. I dashed your satisfying click dreams.
Well, you said there's.
Oh, there was a satisfying
satisfying click.
Okay, there you go. But the problem is you don't want it to like
Yeah.
bow down or anything. So I want to make sure. Is it just like is this like the screw or how does this work? Was this the screw that was in like that little bag?
No, it's right there.
Okay. So let me just make sure real quick. I know. I don't want to verge it up here. So if I do it like that, now obviously we got to take off that little protective thing. Oh wait, I think I see it now. I could potentially see it. So we're gonna. I believe that this screw, the way that it sits, just like that, it literally just
Holds it down.
yeah. So it's the screw and the post are like the same thing. Potentially, no, maybe not. Yes, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. But remember that show?
What's that?
Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh no, I didn't.
You never watched it? Okay.
You're so Gullah Gullah Island for some reason.
Gullah Gullah Island?
Yeah.
Nickelodeon, yeah.
That was a Nickelodeon thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gullah Gullah Island.
Interesting. Okay.
It's part of Nick Jr.
I don't remember that at all.
You don't remember Face?
I remember Face, yeah. I was a little... I'll say this, I was a little older when Face came around.
Okay, first off, you're never too old for Face.
Okay, fine. Yeah, bring Face back.
Yeah. In Gullah Gullah Island.
I do not remember Gullah Gullah Island.
Well, then you will know if they
I
bring
remember
it back.
the, what was it, the Lily Pod or whatever, is the yellow frog.
I don't remember that one.
I remember the yellow frog.
Oh, apparently I'm not in the anymore either.
No, I watched a lot of PBS growing up.
Oh, so LeVar Burton?
Yeah, Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Reading Rainbow. I watched Mr. Rogers.
So tell us about the Lily Pod there, Chris.
Well, I RTFM.
I mean, this was a while back, but
What happened? Tell us what you learned.
I don't know what I learned from it, but I mean, I remember the show. Yeah, just a lot of frogs, and they were on an island, and yeah,
They did froggy things?
Yeah, they were just hopping up and down like frogs do.
Did like 1 frog, 2 frog, 3 frog, 4?
I only remember one frog. I think it was like their pet, but
So these people owned a frog.
they had a frog as a pet.
And the show was about the frog and sometimes the people?
No, it was more about the people, but
More
the
about the
frog
people.
was there and the frog talked.
Oh. Nice. Cool.
Very cool.
I don't know. It's,
Could you sing a little bit of the theme song for us?
no, no. I think you had it pretty close though when you were doing it.
I was doing Gullah Gullah Island though.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's
The frog.
Oh, we're talking about the same show.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just, sometimes I don't think. And that's one of those moments. Wait, here. Let's go back to the manual. Gullah Gullah Island.
Yeah, there you go.
Gullah Gullah Island.
Yeah!
I seriously, I'm vaguely remembering, but like I'd never watched it.
It's a trauma in which you experience that you don't want to remember Gullah Gullah Island because you were the one that took the cookie from the cookie jar.
Who knows? Oh, what was that?
Oh my god, look at chat.
Oh my God, look at chat.
What am I missing on chat?
What are we missing on the chat?
I don't know.
Oh, Steve is here.
Oh, Steve's here. Oh You made me drop stuff.
Yeah, Binya Binya. That was the yellow frog.
Benya was his name. Nice. Yeah, cool.
Benya.
Oh my gosh, she put oh my god like we should be paying attention.
I was like,
Thanks, Steve.
Are we getting sued or what?
Are we getting sued?
Steven Centani on the live stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hey, we got subtitles too. That's
Do
cool.
we?
So which means we better be pretty
Oh.
we enunciate very well or else funk could
They
be
wouldn't.
a very
Yeah.
bad word.
Might have some bleep out stars.
Okay.
I remember the Gullah Gullah Island where Binya Yellow Frog died. Oh no, the frog
They
died.
had to kill him off the show. What?
He was too yellow for everybody else.
Dark times, man. Dark
Man,
times.
They're teaching kids young.
I mean, have you ever seen like Hey Arnold, bro? Like,
No,
oh
never
god, we'll talk about a
been. Oh my
depressing
God.
That was some
show.
depressing.
That was
Like-
a depressing show. I was
like the
just
stoop kid.
Yeah.
Like that was some heavy stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like Arnold only really knew as much as he did because he lost his parents and like he had to grow up so soon. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah. Did you see his grandma and grandpa? They were like,
oh, they were awesome.
yeah, but as parental figures, totally inept.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sometimes you raise yourself with people like like that and stuff. But he was taken care of.
Yeah,
He was like the coolest kid too for some reason.
that's true.
And then Gerald singing, "We were sailing along on Moonlight Bay." Yeah, there you go. You want to give us a note?
No, I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the manual again. Just make sure. I never thought I'd be tripped up so much on just this one little part.
And that's okay because you don't want to break it, right?
Yeah, I really don't want to break it, and I want to like install it right.
That's important. Impotent. I was about to say impotent. That's not right.
Impotent.
That's not right at all.
That's impotent. What?
Omniscient.
Omniscient. So we can talk about the movie I watched last night.
What'd you watch last night?
Tropic Thunder.
All right. Well, we're not gonna talk about that because there's things that are going on. I guess we are not political. We do not have things like this. Here, look at that. Look at the motherboard.
Yeah, it's a mother.
Who loves their mothers? Raise their hand.
Get a screw and a standoff from the included M.2 screw and standoff packs. Located the M.2 connector where you will install the M.2 SSD. Use a screwdriver to unfasten the screw on the heatsink and then remove the heatsink. Locate the proper mounting hole for the M.2 SSD to be installed and then tighten the standoff first. There's no standoff. It didn't come with
No, but there was a standoff with the yellow frog in Gullah Gullah Island.
What?
Apparently, he's cleaning a shotgun and it went off.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Steve, are you like
That's
looking
some
this
dark
up on like Wikipedia or something like that? What's happening here?
Kids television, man. I
Dude,
swear.
it's dark now. I mean, it's been dark, but like,
yeah,
but that's why cartoons teach you so much. Like, I
pretty
mean,
dark.
I learned about a lot of things through cartoons. Rugrats, the
I'm
Looney Tunes.
sure-
Like,
Oh wait, I went looking for the motherboard box again.
glad we didn't go on an expedition
Oh, wait,
to look
wait.
for it.
Okay, here we
That
go.
was another compartment. We didn't look at.
Oh, look, another sticker.
Hey, come with that.
Hey, you want the sticker?
Look.
Chris is gonna deck out his computer
Oh
with
yeah,
stickers.
with
Heck yeah.
tiny stickers.
We got the whole
Stickers.
collection here.
The whole collection.
This
Well, there's
is
not
made by
5.
3M.
Ooh.
3M.
Heck yeah.
You want to be a
3M
sponsor,
adhesive.
3M? Yeah.
Yeah, 3M. I love your adhesives.
Didn't
Okay.
they make a bunch of masks and stuff?
Yeah,
like,
I
they
did.
made like a million few masks.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody want to open this little baggie for me?
You can't do it with one hand?
No, I can't.
Okay. Well,
Sorry,
Chris has
guys.
got it for you.
Such a disappointment.
Nah, man.
Now that I found that standoff, we can actually finish building the computer.
Cool. It was in the box?
Yeah, it's like another little bag that got lost.
I feel like somebody was watching this and said to themselves, they should check the box again. They should check the box again. But nobody's watching.
Oh,
it.
here's another screw. If you can open that for me. All right, so it's gonna go into this one right here. Oh, that's nice. They put like little Phillips slots on that little standoff. What all is Steve saying? What all is Lauren saying too?
Oh, Lauren's not talking.
Why not?
She don't like us.
Oh.
She's just telling us what we should and shouldn't do. Which is
Okay.
important, right?
See, now that's how it's supposed to sit. It's supposed to sit on top of that.
Oh, okay. So
Okay. Oh, snap.
that was quite an important part.
It really was. So that's why I was kind of like freaking out about it, making sure that we had it.
Understandable.
People forget. Oh, come on.
And it's a magnet, and he still dropped it. Just kidding. You're one-handed, I understand.
Hopefully, I get this thing off tomorrow.
Ooh.
And then they put me in some sort of other splint that gives me more function of the rest of my hand.
And the Dr. Robert shall be in full functioning.
98%, something like that. Okay, so now then this is like a little heat sink. I already peeled off the thing here. So and then it just kind of like sticks down. And then this screw is long enough to just kind of slip in there and fasten the whole thing down.
Yeah, she
There we go.
She said usual.
Usual.
Yeah, to comment on which was made earlier.
Laugh usual.
But now we don't know the context of it, neither does the people on the video, so thanks, Lauren. Jeez.
Jeez.
How did you turn your subtitles on?
I don't know. I think it was just, it's whenever it's like in the chat and I'm not like listening to it, I have it all the way muted on my phone.
Alright.
Yeah, we're watching the chat, so like half the people that are watching are us.
It's pretty much it.
Well, Steve was
I
watching.
think it's just Steve.
Oh, now Lauren's watching again.
Oh my god.
She didn't really care.
I found it. You can't really rely on that viewer count. You know, it's never accurate.
It's
No.
like delayed.
It's way delayed.
God, brain.
What God?
All right. So that's good. Motherboard's ready to go. So we're gonna take this whole motherboard box and all
600 views.
on the porch.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good.
Oh yeah. So we hope that you thoroughly enjoyed On the Porch with Abe Partridge this week, and check out all the other On the Porches on YouTube and Facebook. We're gonna create a All This Entertainment page so y'all can check out the content there, and we're gonna separate some of our content so y'all can know what's going on and share it with your friends and all that. YouTube, Facebook, because not everybody has a Facebook account. So yeah, back to the show.
Well, why would anybody really want a Facebook account? You know?
Well,
I know we're
you're
streaming
kind of
on
answering your own
Facebook,
question
yeah.
with
On
it.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Seriously, if I would, I'm not gonna go there because we're on Facebook, and then Facebook's gonna bury us.
But thank you so much to the Facebook employees that make it possible to code and what it is that we do for here, but the company in general.
Coding? We don't. Code.
I don't know.
code.
We're not hacking Facebook.
We're not hackers, man. We're just media people. I'm gonna move your phone because it's on
It's
Chris's
in the way.
case. All right.
The big boy. The big booty Judy.
It's a big boy. Can someone go to Spectronics, like, and get this cable?
What is that?
What cable?
I can get one, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that a...
I got that one on Amazon. I want on Spectronics. Spectronics, they should have
Do
it.
they have it?
Yeah, every time I go there, I look at these types of cables, so unless they don't have the specific one, but then again, I don't know.
All right, here we go. It's Chris's case time. I might actually buy this case and transplant a Hotbox into it, but then Hotbox won't be Hotbox anymore.
And then you're going to rename it. But then again, it'd be like it's 18 years old. And then it can
It
rename
outgrew the
itself.
hotbox.
Huh?
It outgrew the hotbox.
Yeah. It's like a hermit crab.
It outsweated the Hotbox.
So now it's cool box.
Cool box. The cool box.
They should make a cool ranch.
This is exactly how you should do this.
This is how everybody does.
This is how everybody does
Open
it.
on the floor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but guys, be careful. It's tempered glass.
So don't drop it.
Just don't swing a hammer at it.
But if you do, it'd be pretty thick, huh?
I mean, it is tempered.
Probably crap. Yeah, it's crack.
It would probably crap.
No crap.
In case of crap.
Oh, crap.
I dropped Sergio's phone.
You didn't.
The fractal will crack.
No, look at this thing. This thing is sweet. It's tiny.
I now noticed the beige letters.
Really?
I didn't even notice it when we were watching it.
Oh my
That's why I
god,
was
we
like-
watched it too.
Yeah, no, we watched it twice.
No, we watched it twice. No, look at that. That's cool. Look how small that is.
That's pretty.
It's nice and compact. That's actually smaller than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, I might actually when I
So what if you find out that this one isn't the one you want?
wait, what?
It's
What if
probably
you get it and it's not the one you want?
an inch bigger.
Oh, it's probably the best one on the market right now.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah.
What makes it that way?
Okay, so
brand new.
wait till
I know.
afterwards. Yeah, that's
That's like the
So,
best
just so
part. That's the best
excited.
part.
Yeah.
That is the best part. Okay, so this entire front panel is open, so this is all just mesh. So literally airflow for days through this because it's mesh. It also has all of these little dust filters on the top, magnetic to remove. You can just clean them. And then plenty of space for fans. So if Chris decided he wanted to put a water cooler in here, plenty of room to do that. But it's a small enough form factor that it's, easy to port around, and we could use this for live streams too.
Port around and portable. Which one would you say works better?
Probably portable.
Cool.
Portable. Okay, so let's be careful with that because that's glass.
As you said.
As it falls over and
As it
shatters.
falls over. All right, so now
You get extra airflow now.
You get way extra.
Just leave it open.
Oh, I hate how they tighten these thumb screws on when you first get them. They're so tight you can't
Unhand them.
Yeah.
Unhand the monster.
Unleash the beast.
Like Dylan, man, I'm stuck in Mobile.
We could listen to some copyrighted local music right now.
Then we would still get copyright claim. I have some non-copyrighted beats-based music that we could listen to or something like that.
Vaporwave.
Yeah, we could. It's literally a playlist called Stream Beats, and it's all royalty free.
Oh, nice.
All right, there we go. That's all we need to install everything into the case.
Cool.
Little box. You can get that out of the way too. I don't necessarily have to have that thing. Oh, but this is cool too. It's got this power supply shroud, so even though we're reusing Chris's old power supply, doesn't matter. It's gonna be covered up anyway. So.
That's a big power supply.
Yeah, 850 watts, which really, I'll be honest, for this computer is
Excessive?
it's a little bit overkill because we're pretty much building the same wattage computer that I have back here, and I've only got a 600 watt power supply in there. But Chris already had it. We're gonna use it. No sense in him paying extra money and buying a new one.
What, $100 or something?
Anywhere from $60 to $100. So
Nice.
yeah. All right, so does this thing... Okay, so this thing's already got one standoff here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to open up our handy-dandy box of screws and stuff. And get out all the screws that we're going to need. No, I actually did at one point on YouTube. Oh, dude. You get a cleaning cloth.
Wow.
Wow, they included
Yeah. So what else you got?
special.
Oh, that was all the screws that you need. Anything else in there? There's something else in there. Oh, we get some cable ties. Sweet. And some power supply screws. Even sweeter.
How sweet it is to be loved by you.
Okay, so those are our
We get sued by
motherboards.
somebody.
Yeah, we are.
If we don't get sued,
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
okay, we didn't say that.
That's what my band director said in college. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
What was the context of it?
Well, so I was a trombone player, and you could look in the bell of your trombone and see where your feet were, so you could see what yard line you were on.
Mm-hmm.
So he would always say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
So it wasn't necessarily about cheating. It was more like the thing that helps you out.
Yeah.
What's around you, and.
But he'd always say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Hopefully that he didn't use that with in comparison to his marriage. That'd be bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into what actually happened to him, but
That doesn't sound good at all.
yeah, no, it's not.
Yo.
Okay, so basically what I'm looking for. So we gotta install the motherboard standoffs, but I'm just gonna go like put this in here without touching the back of the case, because there's a chance that we could like short something out if we don't do this carefully.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of like looking and seeing what standoffs we need to install where. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2 on that side. Got it. Go back there. All right. So these things are an absolute nightmare. I really hate these things. I wonder.
It says as he's building his like 5th one.
Nah, standoffs are always like the worst part. Will that fit? I know I've got like a thing that I can use to screw them in with. I think it's this one. Is it? Yep, I can use that. Once again, iFixit. I love your toolkits.
Ooh yeah.
So shouldn't we like entertain the people somehow other than just building the computer?
No, because it says building a computer. It's not supposed to be entertaining at all.
I mean,
Like I think they've had enough.
you don't
laughs.
find this entertaining?
I find it. I didn't say that.
You don't find this
You-
entertaining watching me struggle with one hand building a computer?
I don't find it funny to see you struggle.
Aw.
I'm sad that you feel that way about me. It hurts.
I'm
I feel
sorry.
as if you don't know me at all.
I'm sorry. Oh, damn it.
I make plenty of jokes when y'all aren't around, so yeah, I don't want to kill it.
us?
What?
Huh?
No,
when the people aren't around in the thing, so you know.
we make plenty of jokes at the house.
You know, for our series Headphones On that happens on Thursdays, 8 o'clock,
8 o'clock p.m.
8 o'clock p.m. Yeah, because a.m. would be totally crazy.
gotta get up early.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude, what if we did that?
No.
No, seriously, like what if we did like a special edition of Headphones On where we did it at 8 a.m. instead of 8 p.m.?
You're gonna set it up at 4 in the morning.
We would not have to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I feel like Steve at some point is gonna mention it and he'd be like, "The hell you are."
You're gonna do it at someone else's house.
Then you're gonna start streaming at someone else's house.
Yes.
So Headphones On is every Thursday on the Headphones On page. We're streaming it to YouTube as well, but yeah, and Twitch. Right now we're streaming to Foxy Records as well, but that's gonna change to just Headphones On already. Like at one point all the time, and then we'll like share the content and stuff like that. So, you know, that's gonna be fun.
On our different pages. Pajals. So this week we got coming up this week Disco Lemonade.
Disco Lemonade.
Yeah.
Yes, actually a newly formed kind of like funk soul
Yeah.
type group. Like I guess they had their first gig at Braided Beer Company, I believe. Braided River Brewery in Mobile, where we are not. We're in Theodore. Sorry.
Yeah.
I let everybody know where you live.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What part of Theodore? I mean, Theodore's not
next to a red brick building.
Let me just give the exact address here.
Yeah. It is not 6699. I'm just kidding.
6699.
I know it's not anywhere.
Okay, I'm actually just making sure here, because there is like one standoff right here that you don't screw into, but I just want to make sure that I get the right one. Yep. Okay, the very bottom one. So basically, if anybody's confused why I'm not just screwing the motherboard into the computer, remember guys, screwing with confidence. But
Now, what's that context?
yet again, the Verge PC build. He said, be careful with motherboards, they're really delicate, but don't screw in too tight. The exact words that he said in that video.
Did he break it afterwards?
I'm really surprised that he did not.
That would have been really funny. You sure that it wasn't just purely entertainment that he was making that video and messing up?
It was sponsored by Capital One.
Capital One has sponsored some crazy, finicky things, I'm sure.
And it's also
Everybody has a track record.
and it's also Capital One.
What's in your wallet?
Not Capital One.
No, it was.
Mm.
I owed them too much money. I couldn't do anything about it.
Make sure. So we got just the two here. Okay. Yep. All right. I know I keep doing that, but I don't feel like RTFMing. I've already RTFM'd enough today.
Sorry, my eyes itching if the camera's moving weird.
Nah, it's got a stabilizer in
Just
it.
normal earthquakes we have here.
Normal
Dude,
Alabama.
wasn't there like an earthquake or something that happened like a few months ago or something like that?
Okay, so I think we're about ready to install the motherboard into the computer. But we got to do one thing first, and everybody always forgets this. Stop forgetting this. This is called an I/O shield. It's not called a brace. The Verge. Everything was either a brace or a bracket, or it's like no, it has a name, dude. So this is just the I/O shield. What this does is it sits in the back of the computer, so when we stick the motherboard in, it shows like all the I/O sticks through it.
Nice.
So this just kind of like snaps into place. There's no screws or anything.
There.
There we go. So yeah, so on the back of the computer it just looks like that sticking out. But now we're about to actually put the motherboard in it.
Yes.
Steve said anything else worth noting?
He said you should name the computer Hope.
In the hope that it works.
And he said, is there a contingency plan if you turn it on and it's self-aware?
Yeah, we're gonna throw it in the pool because it realize it doesn't want to live.
But I don't have a pool.
We're gonna throw it in the puddle outside because it's been storming like a monsoon.
You should also name it the computer Max Manlord.
The computer Max Manlord.
Ooh, I don't know. That sounds kind of powerful. I like that.
Yeah, it really does.
It's got a lot of
Yeah.
That's
power.
kind of nice.
It's got some power behind it. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I believe these are your hard drive screws. So these would be your motherboard screws. Okay, so we are. Now I will say that some people choose to install power supply first. Some people install motherboard. There's really no particular right, correct, 100%. Like this is how you're supposed to do it. Order to doing that aspect of it.
So maybe the Verge didn't know that.
No, you're definitely supposed to install a CPU and all the stuff on the motherboard before you put it in the case. So, but the first thing he did was he installed it in the case.
Oh, I gotcha.
All right, so these are just your motherboard screws, and we're just gonna take those and we're gonna screw the motherboard into the standoffs.
Screwing the motherboard. So why is it called a motherboard?
I think Steve's having fun with the names now.
Oh my god. So I'll see.
Stretch Longforth.
Stretch Longforth.
He's still going.
Oh my
You
god.
should name that computer Toe Cutter 666. What about
Or
Pinky Breaker?
Handsome Be Wonderful.
Steve, if you want to be on the live stream, drive back down here and come hang out with us.
Steve, you know
From
where I live.
Tuscaloosa.
You've been to my house. Drive back down from Tuscaloosa. All right. So I got 3 more motherboard screws, and then the motherboard's in. And then I guess after that we can move on to putting the power supply in, and then we can start Nikes. We can start routing all of the power cables and everything, as well as like the front I/O. And I lost the screw. There it is.
At least it worked well into what you were saying. This is called volley screw.
This is
My thumb and my index finger, they don't really touch very well, so.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
Oh yeah.
You were chuckling just a second ago.
Yeah, true. Oh, I lost. There we go. Okay. I thought I lost the bit to the screwdriver. That screw right there on every computer is always one of the worst.
The one by...
The one like right below all of like the I/O.
Nice.
It just sucks. All right. So now if we take the computer and do this, the motherboard doesn't fall out.
and if it does,
If
you
it
did something
does,
wrong.
then we either did something wrong or we have a great lawsuit for Fractal Design. But that would never happen. Fractal Design, I love your cases.
Sponsor us, please.
Yeah.
Say that.
All right. Right now, that way we can install the power supply. Now, I believe the power supply in this case in particular goes in like a really kind of weird way. So we have to put this bracket onto the back of the power supply, and then we have to literally take all of the cables and slot them in from the back of the computer, and then like route them up. And then we get to do my least favorite thing to do, which is cable management.
Steve, I don't know if you realize this, but I'm a fat man with sideburns. Of course I feel it.
Sergio, you have your sideburns though connect to
Bird?
other like
Follicles?
yeah,
Hair follicles?
hair
It
follicles.
doesn't really connect because hair doesn't really connect to anything. So it's just,
True.
there's just a multiplicity of follicles coming out.
Very scientific.
Phil Angie would be really happy.
We're gonna write a book on that called The Multiplicity of Follicles.
All this entertainment presents.
Otherwise known as hair.
But if it sounds scientific, people would be like, oh, this is a new found thing.
It's groundbreaking. We're gonna win a Nobel Peace Prize.
Do you know where that came from?
No.
Do you know where that came from?
No, Bell.
Alfred Nobel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he invented dynamite. Or at least the dynamite in which we know as dynamite, not like the ones that the Chinese created, the black powder. But yeah, and then he felt so bad, I guess, about his invention because it was used to kill and not like create as it was intentionally made. He created the Nobel Peace Prize to make up for all that other stuff.
Okay. So this little bracket that goes on the back that like screws the power supply into the back of the computer. So I'm just making sure that I get the. So we got to put it on this bracket first, and then we just push the power supply in to the back of the computer.
And look at these wires. This is exciting.
So-
Look at all those wires.
So the only downside to this power supply is that it is non-modular.
What's that?
That means that every single power cable, the power cables don't detach from it.
Okay.
So like a modular power supply, you could just attach whatever power cables you need. This power supply doesn't do that. However, this case,
Hides it all.
because it has a power supply shroud, it hides it.
That's actually kind of cool.
So I really don't feel that modular power supplies are as necessary as they used to be. Because it used to be like, there was... Oh, man. Dropped a screw. Where'd it go? There it is. At least I found it pretty quickly. Like Dylan, I'm stuck in Mobile.
Are you on the chat?
Am I on the chat? Or
Certainly.
Sergio on the chat?
I'm on the chat, but I was waiting. I think Steve said he was about to send me a picture of his feet.
So, tell Steve to send us a picture of his massive...
Let us see your man feet.
Okay, so this is...
You can't put images on the chat, can you?
I think you can.
No, I think he was meaning like text message. Yeah, because he literally says about to
You
be
can
on
do
your
like
text.
icons and
I
stuff.
thought you could do like
You
Bitmojis.
just send an actual photos.
So this part is stupid. Not the case, but just this part of putting the computer together.
Chris,
Fractal design, I love your cases.
Chris, now I know how you feel holding this camera, bro. That's a workout.
Yeah. What is
It's
this?
good practice, though.
Yeah.
Ah!
Did you just get...
I just got a Steven foot. And what he didn't know is everybody's gonna see the Steven foot.
Oh!
Look at the Steven foot.
So if you ever sat there while you were watching headphones on at any point and wondered I wonder what the host feet looks like, there's your answer.
Yes, the host of Headphones On, Steven Chintani. That's his foot. If you ever wanted to know.
The most heavy metal looking singer of a non-heavy metal band. Every single week I come up with like a new thing to introduce him by, and I always screw it up. Maybe I should start writing it down.
You know, that's something that I feel like we all need to do is like little tiny scripts because then it makes things smoother.
All right,
Save this.
sweet. So here's the downside of this. Now we have all of these all this spaghetti. So basically what we have to do now is we have to route all of this so it doesn't look like complete and utter crap.
Does it look like complete another crab now?
Well, yeah, it's just like sticking out the side of the computer.
It doesn't smell bad.
No, it doesn't have to smell bad.
At least it's not crap.
Alright, so what we want to find is we want to find our CPU and our 12-pin motherboard power connector. So that's our CPU connector. So we got these nice little rubber grommets in the Fractal Design Meshify C Mini. Fractal Design, I love your cases, by the way. So we'll just kind of stick those through.
I don't think they heard you the first time.
They probably are never going to hear me.
You know, we'll tag them in the video.
Hey, go right ahead. Go ahead. Tag Fractal Design. We are building in their case.
We can tag everybody else.
And Fractal Josh. This is a cool case. I really like it.
Even a mesh on the bottom.
Yeah.
Looks like a tire track.
And remember, this is Robert Hammond of Blue Shock Sound and Chris Menifee, FQ Productions.
So basically, Blue Shark Sound is building Q Productions' computer. I can also build your computer for you too. Maybe
Who's you?
Anyone who could be watching.
The millions of people that are watching.
Yeah.
The illusion in which we're building.
This expert guide.
This could all be yours.
This could all be yours for the low price of, I don't know, how much did this computer cost you, Chris? Like $600-700 bucks?
$700.
So it's really not the most unreasonably priced computer to ever exist on
If
the
you would have
market.
bought it already built, you would have been over $1,000.
Really?
Yeah, you really would have, because it's way cheaper to like build a computer.
You're paying for
Yourself.
the convenience of it being already put together.
Yep. Okay.
That's a lot of convenience.
So we got 2 cables kind of tucked away. Oh, I keep forgetting we have like these cool little cable management straps here. Not every case has these, so
But Fractal Design.
but Fractal Designs case does. So literally we just take those and undo them. I don't think you guys really realize that Chris was asking me to build him a computer for quite a good while.
So this DVI doesn't work.
No, it won't work on this computer, so unfortunately. Because this processor, I do not believe has a, okay, this is harder to do with one hand than I ever thought it was going to
I was
be.
gonna offer to help.
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna hold off on that for a
So
second.
if my monitor has an HDMI,
Do you want me to help you?
I can just go HDMI to HDMI and that would work great.
No, you'll have to go from the HDMI that'll be in your graphics card, because these two, because this processor doesn't have a graphics chip in it, those two connectors won't work.
Gotcha.
Really, they only
so where do you plug in to?
Oh, your graphics card will be down here. We
Oh, okay.
haven't
just haven't
plugged
got
it
it.
in yet.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
I got it.
So.
So, Chris, you want to hold this? I'll help him real fast.
Sure. I can actually do what my job is. This camera over.
Q Productions now working.
Yeah, I'm actually doing
Q
it now.
Productions.
Your Productions, the camera.
Okay, so what have you been doing?
Oh, he's over there now, isn't he?
They're
All right,
over
actually,
angle.
okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna just unplug this again. These are like death grip. There we go. Chris is making sure that this is all like cinematic and stuff.
That's kind of cool. Like the push thing, the whatever it is, and this stuff.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
I love that's and I'm not. I know like I've been making a lot of jokes about like I love their product. But that's why I told him like a Fractal Design case honestly is like because it has all of this stuff in it. All right, real quick, let me plan this out a little bit better because I feel like I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here. All right, so these are all our front panel
can
connectors. I wish. How cool would that be?
I don't know. If you fly by the seat of your pants.
I would, you know, I just realized that whenever anyone says fly by the seat of your pants, they really mean just like, you know, farting. If you think about it. It's like a jet engine.
I haven't gotten there
Sergio
yet.
is in like deep
I
thought.
haven't
thought.
gotten there yet.
Oh my god. He was like, wait a minute.
So much so I forgot to figure out what I was doing.
No, wait. Oh, is this okay? So this is the header for the fan that's in the front of the case as well. So we got to find a spot for that on the board. So we should have enough fan headers to operate.
Find it on the spots on the board.
Si, senor. What?
I don't think that was a Spanish accent.
I don't know.
I was trying to go for the more French accents.
Of
Of course, I am not French, so I do
You
not
are,
know
you
the
are not
accents.
French.
I am not a French.
Are you appropriating French culture by doing that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean,
Asking you.
I
Okay,
love
so-
French.
Okay, see these little like 4-pin connectors? We're not gonna use those. So
What are those?
those are called Molex connectors.
Molinex?
You're gonna make me do it. Mullinax Ford.
We need a sponsorship.
That's what all this is. This is really just for sponsorships.
We're just trying to show you guys, like, we're just, like begging for sponsors.
We know shiitake mushrooms.
Your
but-
sponsor can go right here in this part of the screen.
Oh man, this is fun. Okay, so we've got. So I'm just trying to separate out all these. So those are 4 PCIe connectors.
Oh no! We're losing frames again.
Oh no.
Oh no!
See, if we had a sponsor, we could upgrade our.
And
See, we
sadly
were
enough, like
sponsored.
it's messing up enough to where they couldn't hear that. Oh, it's yellow. It's green.
Yeah, there you go.
It's green now.
Just.
Cool. All right, now.
Oh my God, you have like. This is all connectors that are never ever going to be used.
All those?
All of these.
Dang.
So here's what we're gonna do with these. We're gonna fold them up, and we are going to take a couple.
Tuck 'em away.
We're gonna take a couple zip
As
ties.
if they never existed.
We're gonna take a couple zip ties, and we're gonna, or as the Verge like to call them, tweezers.
Would you like some help with the zip tie?
I want to see if I can do it. I want to see.
I have faith that you can.
I want to see if I can. Okay, I'm struggling a little bit. Will you guys clap for me? If I do? Well, I just did, so I guess you don't have to clap.
Not yet.
I'm holding the camera. I can't.
Boo! Boo!
Now I need some scissors to cut
Skeezers?
those with, or like some wire cutters.
Do you have wire cutters or skizzers up here?
No, I don't think I do. I think they're in a different.
I fix
room.
it. Don't give me that.
No, I
All the important stuff I fixed. You could put some tiny scissors in here.
would need to put like some tiny scissors or something like. Just
Hey,
ask.
Larry.
Sergio likes to call my wife Larry. 'Cause her name is Lauren. Sweetie, I'm cable managing.
So proud of you.
She's proud of me. She's very, very proud. So see, we're just gonna take.
So we have fully locked up.
You just throw this.
Oh, the camera's locked up. or-
Everything is.
Oh
dropped out.
shit! All right, let's see. Well, the stream's still going on. Oh, they can still hear us. Hang on.
It's like, hey,
Yeah,
there's
you
some
just stick in the
scissors
wall or
in the
something.
wall right there. It's like yo.
Was the camera on? Is the camera on?
Yeah.
Camera's
We're
on.
rolling, but
Oh joy.
the camera just went.
Kapoof. Is that a technical term?
Yeah. I wasn't in
Interesting. Let me see if the feet.
They can still hear us though.
They can?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so let's not be like that race car driver.
All right.
We're live.
All right. Remove. Was the camera on? Was the camera on?
Yeah. The camera's on. We're rolling, but
They can hear all of us. By the way.
Pretty little frou-frou running through the forest. Oodle-la-dee, what a day. That's totally two different songs.
we're having technical difficulties. Just stand by. Did it yank on the HDMI at all?
Here, can we try and?
Where's the razor?
Where's it? Yeah, where's it?
Yeah, we're using the. It's over there.
Did something
Is it
for
messed up?
Touch it?
I don't think we did. I mean, if you want to, we can.
Can they still hear us?
Yeah, we
Oh,
can
yeah,
still
they-
hear us.
Did it yank on the HDMI?
Nope, no, it went out. It went out.
The whole stream went out?
No, I mean the stream didn't go out. We're still.
No, we're still up and they can still hear us.
Oh,
They're on the webcam.
Yeah, we're using the razor.
You totally look like me.
Little bunny foo foo, I don't want to see you. Can you come in and see that? Sing that there, Lauren? Oh, hey, Lori, coming through that webcam.
Yeah, going through the normal webcam.
Nice.
Totally look like me. Little bunny foo foo, I don't want to see you. Can you come in and see that? Sing that there, Lauren?
You're a little late. I asked you
They're watching. It's at
the live stream time.
She's on a delay.
Yeah, I know. She's in the next room.
Alright, hang on. Let me...
Okay, this is annoying. I don't want to listen to us. I don't want to listen to me. I have no annoying voice.
Now you know what we all feel like.
I've known what you felt like for the last 30 years.
30?
I mean, well, okay, I've been speaking since I was like 5, 6. One of those. Whenever my brother and my sister went to school.
Hey, do you wanna... Here, let's see that real quick. Why are we... So we're also recording this at the same time.
Could that be a reason?
Camera's like a poof.
Yeah.
Kapoof.
Let's,
Kapoof.
Kapoof. Maybe we could stop the stream real quick and start it up again.
We might lose all our viewers.
All two of them.
All 3 people. It says 3, literally.
Yeah!
All 2 of them. It's like literally just us. We're doing this for our own self-indulgence. Is it? Oh, hang on. Let me see something real quick.
We got a mad react. Cool.
We got a what?
I don't know. We got a mad react.
Who's mad at us? What are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing so bad?
We are. We probably did something wrong.
Probably.
Or like they thought there was wrong, something was wrong, so they put a mad react. They're not going to tell us what it was, so because we're going to assume. It's always good when you assume, because you know what happens there.
Yeah, you don't make an ass out of anyone.
No!
At all. Ever.
No! Of course not.
You don't make an ass out of anyone or anything.
This looks cool. All of your voices are equal.
You don't make an ass out of anyone or
Something.
anything. Probably because I was in the menu. What? Why is this still at
All of
60
your
frames?
voices are equal.
So you get cut out.
Okay, so they can't hear us now.
They can now. See the meters?
Oh, yeah. Oh. That one seems like the meter is higher than it was whenever it's like coming to the shotgun mic, or the whatever.
You don't make an ass out of anyone or anything.
No, they didn't.
Probably because I was in the menu.
Now they
What?
can.
Interesting.
Beep boo do 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 beep boo do.
I think it had to be the razor.
Probably.
It did that to me a couple times, like right before the stream started last week.
What?
Camera just the camera just froze.
Yeah, that was weird.
Nothing.
You want me to disconnect?
Probably.
No, I'll give it a shot. Okay, they're gonna lose audio.
We'll just get 2 more mirror boxes. It's like just grab the computers.
Flip the table.
Oh, there it goes.
And then it'll be like special effects.
All right, sweet. We got our
Oh, we're
camera
back.
Yeah, we're back. I unplugged it, plugged it back in. That's that was when I was working in tech support. That was like the one thing I told so many people to do so many times.
Either hit it or
Unplug
plug it back in.
Yeah, plug it back in. Did you get scissors, my good sir?
I did, sir.
Oh, thanks,
It
man.
says Mackenzie on it.
Okay, that was my wife's maiden name.
Cool.
So there's that. So see that wad of cables? we're literally just gonna take those and we're gonna like stuff them in here if we can make them fit. If not, then Chris is just gonna have a wad of cables hanging out of his computer.
And then you're just gonna have a coolant system without even.
Well, this won't really affect cooling.
Okay, if that's thick enough, then you can't put whatever's on this side on it, right? The panel.
Yeah, you can. There's plenty of room back here for us to put that panel. So I'm gonna see if there's a way that we can just take those cables and stuff them somewhere, just out of the way.
Want me to give it to Oil?
I bet if we like shoved them in this way, we could use the audio from this segment for like a little thing, like out of context thing.
Mm-hmm. Now what's the out of context?
So, like shove it in this way. You know, like,
What does that mean?
I don't know. Take it out. Okay, so that'll work. But we're gonna leave those dangling out for now, as well. But with these, because we only need one of these PCIe connectors, what we can probably do is we can just coil these up as best we can, and then just like zip tie them up here to one of these cable management loops.
This looks cool. It feels just as equally awesome.
It's just this part has been cleaned because I'm gonna be perfectly honest, Chris. If I come over and I see this computer as chock full of dust as your old one was, we are going to have words.
So it's sitting in a closet for like
chock full of dust, like it's chalk dust. It's chock full of dust, like
it's chock full.
So what is chalk?
Well, I can tell you now, a lot of that dust was from normal operation. So when it was working, it was dusty.
Chris,
all right.
calling you out. He's calling you out, Chris.
Calling you out on your BS, Chris. Dust your computer.
I mean, doesn't it happen to everybody? Because I'm pretty sure I had a dirty ass computer. As well.
Oh yeah, it happens to everyone, but it's one of
this is a maintenance thing.
yeah. Okay.
It's like one of the worst things that make a computer stop working is like the fact that people don't clean dust.
Yes.
Cool.
That's probably what happened to Chris's computer.
It's probably what happened to the computer I was playing whenever I was playing Sonic and blew it up.
You're playing Sonic.
Yeah, I blew it up with playing Sonic.
Sonic? That didn't even take that much to run.
Yeah, it was
Sonic.
It was like one of those 95 like maps or whatever. So like yeah, it was exciting.
Yeah, so I actually have my first computer that I ever built in the closet.
Nice.
What?
Because apparently,
You having relationship trouble, Steve? There? Are we still?
apparently I am.
We're like,
Oh, well now I know we have 3 people. We're watching.
3 whole people.
Whole people.
Yeah, 3 whole people.
I would hate for like a half person to actually no, I don't want to
That'd be kind of
discriminate.
discriminatory if they
Yeah,
put
it really
half on
was.
there. Like I mean, there's a fine line.
It's like just because I don't have legs or a face doesn't
Or
mean I'm
hands.
less of a person.
I don't know. It really just depends on what year you're in, or what century.
The current one.
Oh, the current one. Oh yeah, and then yeah, of course that matters.
Yeah, because
I mean, it doesn't matter. Or I don't know whichever means that say you love all people.
I don't know. I always hate that argument about like they'll say something, and then they'll say like, I mean, come on, it's the current year, or like whatever year it is, and I'm just kind of like, is that really an argument though?
I mean, I guess in a way, but then again, you can throw it back at the person. And
I mean,
it's like,
shouldn't like a better argument be like I don't know. We don't need to get political.
everything's an argument. Like, so,
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, it makes sense if you don't think about it, and that's purely what most people do.
I just don't want to get political.
No, I
Okay.
definitely understand. Let's not do that.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not going to.
This computer is being built either way.
Yeah. Okay. Man, that looks like shit.
Shh, no cussing.
That looks like. Okay. Oh man, this power supply. I knew this was gonna be trouble. I should have just told Chris to get a new power supply.
Now, he knew this was going to be trouble, but yet he didn't say anything. Ladies and gentlemen, take note. If something's the problem, you say it as it's happening.
Well, I wanted to save Chris some money, and this computer's gonna work either way.
It's called passive aggression.
Oh, you know I'm good at that. You know I'm really good at that.
Yes, but we love you.
Aw, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know some hard drives are going to go up here as well. So people always I always take so long to cable manage a computer.
I don't think anybody would fault you for that,
I
especially
mean-
somebody that really had a problem with it.
Like Chris.
Does,
Hey-o!
does Chris have a problem with cable management? Chris.
Yeah, do you have a problem with cable
I
management?
didn't go there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, he's,
now
he's,
that-
he's throwing some shade on someone else. And I'm out of the cable ties that they gave me. So now
We're out of free ties.
no, I've got yeah, we're out of free
Right now,
ties. I've got more cable ties.
It's-
Oh wait, they fell on the floor.
Hang on, here you go.
Okay.
So they give you two.
They give me so far all
Hey, good luck.
all the cable I've run into
Do
some
what you can.
cases with like the worst cable management holes, or like the worst cable management, like no space behind the tray or anything like that. But they come with cable ties, and they would usually ship like 2 cable ties. So this is gonna look like complete and utter travesty.
Shite.
Yeah, it's gonna look awful to start with, but really I'm just doing this because we really only need like a couple of cables, a few cables going out to the front, but these we just don't have enough room to like stuff them away.
So that'd be really funny if, like, or not funny at all, I guess, if you didn't had it the right way and you had to.
Make sure that screw is uncovered so I can still get to it. There we go. All right, that's good. Cool. There we go.
C'est cool.
All right, because really all I'm really doing is I'm just trying to like,
Manage cables.
yeah, that's it.
Hence the words cable,
Cable
management.
Okay, so basically this is all we're gonna need right here from the power supply to power the computer. Just these 3, just like all these. So we need our 24 pin right here and our 6 pin for when we do the graphics card, or 8 pin for the graphics card, and then these are for the front panel headers. So I'm gonna try and figure out what's the best way that we can route these into the main compartment of the chassis. Seriously, someone's angry at me?
Lay on that.
I know. Yeah.
Leave it. Leave it where it is.
I don't want people to be mad at me.
People are not mad at you. They don't even know you.
Apparently they do if they're angry at me for the way I build computers.
You know,
Just
you can find a lot of anger in anything. You can also find a lot of joy in it too.
found a lot of oh, believe me, I know all about anger.
Hey, but guess what?
What'd you do?
I took a photo.
What
Oh, you
did-
took a photo?
Hey, how you doing? Oh, I guess you can't say anything or hear anything in photos.
I
Never
wish
mind. We're learning stuff.
What? You mean photos don't come with sound?
Well, I don't, dude. Like honestly, like iPhone's kind of screwing me up now because they have like the moving tiny picture. Like you take a picture and it goes to like the picture. Like it's like this is what it leads up to, and you go,
And it
ha! And it's like it's okay, cool iPhone. You kind of took a video picture, but I'm never gonna see the beginning of that picture ever again.
It's like, I didn't need any of the frames before the photo that actually needed it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm an Android user.
I don't think that's the reason. Is that the reason?
No, the reason I'm an Android user is because I bought an Android phone and I just kind of stuck with it.
I feel like that's like everybody kind of thing. Like they just get used to the phone they're on.
I don't know, iPhone.
iPhone's too user friendly. I don't like it for that. That's my favorite line of Big Bang Theory. It's like it's user friendly. It's exactly why I don't like it.
That's actually kind of part of why I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's too user friendly. All right, so this really. All right, so boom.
That looks.
It's gonna look great. Just trust me on this.
Hey.
Never found out who the green.
Oh, who's angry at us? Who is angry at us? Who? Oh my god. whoever put the air, we know who you are. Put quite the bee in Robert's bonnet. God.
If you have a bonnet, can you wear it?
I don't have a bonnet, fortunately.
Is there a sun hat somewhere? Can you look very sophisticated?
You just want to put me in one of your little tea parties.
Our little tea party, actually.
I don't think there's any hour about it. I mean, like, you guys, make awkward like it's just awkward.
It is awkward, and
That's
you know what? People laugh at awkward,
Yeah, that's
and also
true.
not laugh at awkward.
Okay.
Awkward sometimes sucks.
So this doesn't necessarily look the greatest here, but I think I can fix that real quick.
You know, I like how I'm not actually really helping you. Like, I'm kind of just like moving my hands and make it look like I'm doing
Make it
something.
look like you're doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
So-
wanted to point that out now. So like.
So whenever it
later.
looks, it does.
Back and rewatch it. You're like, I didn't do it.
Yeah, so whenever it doesn't look the greatest in a computer, just throw another cable tie on it. All right, let me find my other cable ties.
We're out of free ties.
Well, I think we have one free tie left.
If it's not Baroque.
It's classical.
Yeah. That's a cool box though. Like, how many places do you buy
put,
something
like,
and you
white
get a
cards
cool
in
box?
there.
Yeah, exactly.
You put like your prized Blue Eyes White Dragon in there.
Don't you joke about Yu-Gi-Oh.
I went back and I watched like the first episode. Oh,
Dude, I watched all of the seasons.
yeah, it's up on.
It's
Dude,
so good.
Oh my god, I showed Lauren the first episode of it, and I was just like, wasn't that great? And she was like, no. What are you talking about? I'm just like, that's the point. It's so bad, it's great.
The only thing I hated was the fourth season when they changed Mai's voice and like.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I
And
haven't.
they took her out of it basically because they changed voice actors, and how do you best not like make people realize that the voices change? You cut them out of the show.
Did they change voice actors
Yeah.
in the Japanese version too? I mean,
I don't know. I think it was just the English.
well,
version.
there's like a because like I know the Japanese version of the show was so they had to censor a lot of it. Getting those action shots.
Oh yeah, there was like when Pegasus lost his eye or something like that. They,
Yeah, there was
showed
like
that
blood
in
in there. and
Yeah.
shit. And then like what my favorite edit of all of those, anytime there was a gun in the original anime.
Yeah,
It was just fingers. Just the guy's fingers. Hey, freeze! We're pointing our imaginary guns at you.
Yeah, see, when I was a kid, I was like, why are they so scared of those guys? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But then again, you have like real TV, like or like Looney Tunes and Rugrats and all that stuff. They have all those like underlying like metaphors and stuff. But yet, a gun being pointed at somebody in a cartoon was
Yeah.
bad. But yet, like, it was very racy on cartoons in America.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like everybody else can do it, but we can't.
Okay, so basically what I'm just trying to do is I've got like this wad of cables here, and you know what else I'm gonna do? Another
I
cable.
don't know what else you're
We're
gonna do.
gonna throw another cable tie at the situation.
There's so many more of these.
Dude.
You thought you were out.
Dude, when I build computers, I don't think you realize how many cable ties I go through. Like, you know how many cable ties are in Hotbox? Easily like 50.
Really?
Yeah,
Dang.
no joke. I will open up the backside next headphones on and show you, like, how many cable ties are actually holding Hotbox together. Ideally, you'd use a pair
Wanna
of
see how
side
many
cutters.
cables are holding me together?
Oh.
It's paper clips and gum.
Paper clips, gum, and
A hammer.
a hammer.
Every now and then.
And you have a hammer holding yourself together.
Yeah, man, it has to connect two spaces, and the hammer was long enough for it.
Okay. So, I think we're almost getting to the point where I have to like lay the computer down on the other side.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti!
All right, because I
Move that.
need the help of good old gravity before I can get the help of good old cable tie.
We gotta move the equipment. We're all on the way.
All the equipment. What do you mean, you people? Oh wait, I'm sorry. We're not going to talk about that movie.
I mean, we can.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It is a good movie. Tropic Thunder is a great movie.
Absolutely hilarious movie. I can't believe I waited this long to finally see it.
Oh, yeah, that was the first time.
That was the
I saw it.
very first time we ever saw it, or like I ever saw it.
Did you like, what were your reactions to, like...
Well, I knew about the whole like Robert Downey Jr. Thing, and part of the reason I wanted to watch it is because it came back up on Twitter, and it was
Oh,
just
yeah,
kinda like,
yeah.
and it was just kind of like I love it when like people who get easily offended discover Tropic Thunder for the first time. It's just like, and I was just like, yeah, I keep hearing about that movie, and it's just like, okay, it's about time I saw it. So
Yeah.
I finally saw it.
Well, that's good. Glad you did.
Yeah,
It's funny.
It's a good movie, and it's a good satire.
Yeah, that's kind of what I like about it. Is like it's just literally making fun of the industry.
Yeah.
Like,
Which the industry definitely needs to be. What is Steve saying now?
you're in a desert, walking along in the sand, when all of a sudden you look down, and you see a tortoise
Okay.
crawling toward you.
Okay.
You reach down,
Tortoise.
you flip the tortoise on its back. The tortoise lays on its back, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over, but it can't.
Okay.
Not without your help.
All right.
But you're not helping.
Okay.
Why is that?
Why am I not helping? I want soup.
You want soup.
Yeah. I heard that turtle soup is quite delicious.
So you turned a turtle on its back to make it suffer so you can make soup?
Yep.
So...
Well, I wasn't gonna smash it with anything. I mean, like.
Yeah, so I mean, like, oh yeah, that's true because like sometimes people
Yeah.
say that torture makes food taste better. So like when you kill a cow, you make it fearful, and then like the meat like is more like tender or something like that.
Something like that.
Which is so creepy. Like honestly, I can deal without my food tasting that much better if you're putting something in danger, fear.
So did Steve ask that question to us?
Yes, that was Steve.
That was Steve. Thanks.
Of course.
Thanks for the question, Steve. If anybody else has any more questions for us, we would be happy to answer.
Of course, then again, I think he answered it in the beginning of the thing when he said you turned it on its back.
Yeah.
So that's why you're not helping because you're a dick.
Because I'm a That's right. Why am I not helping? Because I'm a dick.
If you want a simple answer.
If you want a simple answer, I'm feeling really dickish that day.
Turtle soup.
A turtle soup. Okay, so now my next question is... Alright.
Well, I'm not going to have an answer if you have a question.
I know, right? So, I'm really asking myself. Actually, surprisingly, this is not looking all that bad.
Yeah.
So... oh, perfect. Perfection, I think. Alright, here comes the twist. Nice. There's your satisfying click.
Yeah, that was kind of satisfying.
Yeah,
It also
look at
sounded like
that.
a satisfying break, too.
Straight through the whole.
No, trust me, it's not broken. Alright. Why do I have a feeling that we're just going to eventually take this fan out for a second and turn it around?
If you have that feeling.
I know for a fact we're going to do that. Okay, and then...
Was that mean you're going to take the motherboard back out?
Nope. Just this fan is held on by screws on the back.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, that's looking pretty good so far. So this is really the biggest pain in the ass part of the whole build is
Please tell us, where did that saying come from, pain in the ass?
pain in the ass, probably farts. Like before.
I don't know what to call this, so it's just a pain in me arse.
It's just a pain in me arse. I mean just a painting of a head.
Oh, SpongeBob.
Could you teach me how to tie my shoes? Could you teach me how to tie a simple knot? I haven't worn shoes in over 5,000 years, but sometimes I like to wear this little sock over my ghostly tail.
Okay, so next we're going to take that front panel USB 3.0 connector, and that goes right here. So I think that's a good spot that we can run that through. Do I want to run it through? Oh, there's space right there. Can I get through it that way? Is that wide enough?
Baby, there ain't no mountain high enough.
I said wide.
What?
I said wide.
Wide what?
I didn't say high, I said wide. I said, is that wide enough? And then you started singing, ain't no mountain high enough.
Did I start singing it, or did I not just get the idea from you?
I don't know. You
I could have maybe told the future and just thought that you were going to end up singing that, so I decided to beat you to the punch. Mmm.
Philosophical. You're getting a little too philosophical for me.
At least we're
Serge.
not getting political. There's.
I mean, if you want to get political.
Nah. I don't know what that means.
No, I mean, every time I get look, even when I get like in posts where I'm not being intentionally political, people turn it into political stuff.
Yeah, because most people like to argue.
Well, I had that.
Which is why I just said that to you, because it's like me wanting to argue with you.
Did I ever tell you about my post from? I saw the lights just flicker. Did I ever tell you about my post from like a few?
It's part of the storm, actually.
Yeah,
It's getting
probably.
pretty bad outside.
Ever tell you about my post from like a few months ago?
Stay safe out there. No, I didn't. Let's go ahead and tell us.
So I had this post, like it was right when the whole like Alabama abortion bill thing was happening,
Oh God.
and so I log into Facebook that day and I see literally that's all anybody's talking about on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like literally that's it. Like nobody knows how to talk about anything else except the fact that this abortion bill got signed, and about how they think it's a bad thing, which I mean, you know, I'm not gonna get into the whole like whether or not. Well, I'm not even gonna talk about like any thoughts on that because I mean, I'll say I think I share the popular opinion on that anyway. I mean, like,
Pro-choice.
yeah, I mean, you know. Like, are we getting too political here? Are we teetering on the edge?
I don't know. I don't think that's really necessarily political. I mean, like,
Because
it's if you're able to do what you do to your body because you want to do it and you're not causing harm to yourself or somebody else, like that. I guess I don't know. That's
I
such
don't
a.
know. I mean, like I always put it this way: like I would never ever take my wife to get an abortion, ever. But like, oh shit.
But not like. I mean, guess that not necessarily wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I never really want to. I mean. I don't personally believe in it, but I mean, like, you know, to each their own. Is Steve telling us to stop being so political?
No, he's saying that the fact that you didn't recognize his movie reference disappoints him.
Which movie reference is he referring to? Which movie reference is he referring to?
Oh shoot, my light's on. No wonder my battery's dying so fast, or else Apple products just aren't that good. Wait.
You said it.
I didn't say that out loud.
You said it.
There's another sponsor.
I was whispering.
That was another
it was a
potential
careless
sponsor.
whisper. Steven, what was your movie reference?
Yeah, what was the?
Like the whole thing you're reading off must have been.
Oh, the tortoise.
The tortoise.
Oh.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Ah!
Blade Runner.
I've never seen Blade Runner.
Oh man. Blade Runner.
I hope he's not upset anymore.
Oh
Like those
man.
angry.
Yeah, you get those heart reacts on there now. Like,
That's a great film. I need to flip this back this way. Do I want to run it through there or do I run it through here? Oh, it's probably there. Okay.
I guess he was disappointed because y'all just had that conversation.
And honestly, like I'll say, Blade Runner is one of my favorite movies from the 80s.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, that's in a scene like right at the very beginning of the movie. I think I see what Steve did. He got us off political. Thanks, Steve.
Well, if
Thanks
you want
a
to
lot.
stay there, I actually.
No, I'm good. I probably should have never brought it up. I always say that after every time.
Going there.
Every time.
But we didn't go there completely, and that's the important thing.
Well, I mean, if you want me to finish the story, I mean, it's like really, it's just like so. I didn't even spout opinion or anything like that. No, I didn't even say my opinion. I went on Facebook and I typed to this post that literally said abortion bill. That was all it said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
ever seen
remember
that?
you telling us that, and then
Yeah.
people went off on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It was literally like what I thought was hilarious. That everyone was just like assuming the absolute worst of me. But I mean, it's like I logged on Facebook. I thought we were required to talk about it. I didn't know what to say.
Dr. Robert is what you call a pot stirrer. He likes to.
I thought it was called. I thought the proper internet term was a troll.
It's the same thing. Manifestation,
It really is.
manipulation, same words with the same fish.
Yeah. Okay. That's not gonna work running it through there. So this is what cable management is. It's a lot of like experimentation of like, where am I gonna stick this? And like, where am I gonna stick this, and how's it gonna stick there? And I'm also just trying not
For
to
those
make
of you,
it.
people could take this wrong. So,
Well, that's poo on them because we're building a computer here. Don't let your mind get in the vulgar situations. Even when he says stuff like put it in, put it through, stuff it in, take it out,
Stick it in, stuff it in.
paste. It's weird.
Penetrate.
But we're building a computer. Get your minds out of the gutter.
So right here, what I'm doing is I'm using these cables. I'm just kind of like slowly inserting it, just kind of penetrating the little grommet there, and just.
So now you're just doing it on purpose.
You're damn right I am.
Aw. You know, that's it. Every time I hear that you did it on purpose, I always think of Cusco from Emperor's New Groove. You did that on purpose. No, I didn't.
That's the first time I showed Lauren that movie for the first time, and which I'm really surprised she hadn't seen it because she is like a Disney freak.
I'm
Dude.
surprised they never like made a second one or anything, you know?
They made Krunk's New Groove. It wasn't as good, but I mean, I think Patrick Warburton was still in it, would have made it great. So,
Yeah.
like...
Well, that was like the appeal of
Yeah.
his character was that it was voiced by Patrick Warburton.
Oh, God, dude.
Okay.
I love him, man. He's great.
Actually, real quick, I'm gonna grab my screwdriver. I'm gonna go ahead and just.
Same as David Spade. David Spade's great, too.
I know for a fact we're gonna end up taking this fan out and kind of like repositioning it a little bit.
So is
I'm
Johnny
just gonna go ahead
Rotten. I don't want to leave anybody out. Forget who did Yzma. But she did the same woman in Holes that cursed the family.
Oh,
You don't carry me up there.
Lady Zeroni.
Yeah. Madam Zeroni.
Madam Zeroni. Madam Zeroni.
And
That's
you
a good
bring
movie.
Madam Zeroni up the hill to
Dude,
drink
when-
the water so I can get back.
That was actually, I think that was the very first movie that we watched in this house.
Oh, nice.
Because we moved in and, yeah, we're coming full circle. So, like, we moved in and we had just bought a TV because, like, the TV that we had in our apartment was, like, a little 27-inch, and in our living room that wasn't, like, we couldn't see it. So we went and bought a bigger TV, and, oh, shh, that's not supposed to crack like that. Oh, my God. What the hell? How do you get those back out? I hate these connectors. What the fuck?
Maybe squeeze the sides.
I don't think you're supposed to. You gotta be careful with those because I've actually seen those get like they death grip so much. I've actually seen them get ripped off. So, all right, let me make sure I'm putting that in correctly. Get your mind out of the gutter. What is Steve telling us now? Wait, seriously?
No, it's just because you said you're not supposed to crack like that, so I'm
Oh,
just trying to
yeah.
help everybody out.
Not supposed to crack it like that.
We're low budget, so.
Yeah, we don't have enough for a
That's
sign
our
or
graphics.
graphic.
We don't have a graphics department. Actually, we kind of do.
Kind of. Nathan's been doing a good job. Yeah, I mean, like I
And
definitely. I'm looking forward to
Madison
it.
does a great job with
Madison
our.
does a fantastic job with the
Yeah, she
posters.
does a really great job with all of our headphones on posters.
She does.
Okay,
well,
so-
everything that we've done, she's done all of our posters.
So what I've plugged in so far, I guess if we want to be a little bit more informative here, I plugged in your front panel USB 3.0 headers, and now I've got this little this is for your headphones in the front, so you can get so you can put your headphones on.
We're just shamelessly
there.
plugging everything.
Well, it's our channel. We can
Would you like
shamelessly
to?
plug.
Would you like to get over here, Chris?
Yeah, you
Maybe
can. You don't
not,
have to.
you don't have to stretch your legs.
Rip everything apart.
Oh,
Ah,
party fell. Party fell. Alright, so now what we gotta do is we've got to, so these are all like your power button, your reset switch, your power light, all that. We've got to plug them all into various ports over here.
That's cool.
Not really. So, yeah. So let's get going doing that.
So
Actually,
basically, read. Essentially, that's.
yeah, I'm getting ready to, because the writing on that is so small, I'm actually going to RTFM and,
And if you didn't get that before, it's reading the effing manual.
yep.
We don't like to curse on our shows, except when we do.
We don't like to curse on our shows, damn it.
That's not a curse word. If it,
Really, it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
don't.
in the Bible.
Yeah, it's in the Bible. Old or New Testament?
Well, back in the day, Testament, like not.
It's. I mean, they're all kind of like pretty old.
I mean, like the original writings and stuff.
Oh wait, here we go. Here we go. Okay, F panel header. Okay, so this is. Okay, so we've got power LED, so hard drive, activity LED, reset switch, power LED. Okay. So let's start with. So we,
far right.
we basically just go figure out what's what. Okay. Power switch, reset switch. I feel like I'm looking at this upside down, which I totally am. All right, here we go. So,
Going down.
search.
Tiny box right here.
Be careful, man.
Dude, if I was going down, you'd definitely hear it. Then you'd be like, wait a minute, is it storming that bad still?
Earthquake.
Yeah! Yeah!
I'm sorry, Sergio. I feel like we just made a bunch of jokes at your expense.
I literally just made fun of myself.
There you go. Well, that doesn't mean that we had to get in on that. So, Sergio, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry.
Bottom of your heart, I want the top.
Why?
Is the bottom hard to get to?
I guess. I don't know. It's a total eclipse.
Well, I think. Of the heart?
Okay,
We're really
so
getting deep here.
yeah, we are getting deep. Was I looking at it? No, I'm good. Okay, so we're not using the chassis intrusion header, but we are using the. We don't have a speaker, so we don't need that. So this is our hard drive LED. So positive and negative. So that will go here.
I learned about positive and negative energy from Toy Story and Woody when he put the batteries back in the
Oh yeah.
voice remote. Yeah.
Resets. So the next thing that we're getting is this will be our power switch. So our power switch, positive and negative. This is the annoying part. Okay, so there's really the power switch. It really doesn't matter, just as long as you bridge that gap. The lights, it matters. Power LED, positive and negative. Okay, so let's find power LED. This is what I don't get. Why do they always separate these out?
So you don't confuse them?
But they usually put just like a little label, and they're always right next to each other. I've barely seen one.
You're putting the computer together.
I am, yeah, well, really, if you think about it, I'm complaining about a very first world problem here. Like labeling on power leads for computer. Damn it, I put it on the wrong one.
It's a good thing we all figure things out eventually. Eventually.
Well, I almost got that. Almost got it.
Yes, I saw the look too.
Okay, and last but not least, the reset switch. You know, okay, this is another irritating thing about power leads. Reset switch is that they all typically go in like a giant block together. Why is that not just like one universal connector?
Again.
I mean, it's a really first world problem that I'm complaining about right here.
I. But see, the thing is, a first world problem for somebody is a third world problem to them as well if it's a problem that wasn't something they were originally dealing with. You know, so like, you know, I guess it's all parallel because you never know like the turmoil somebody else goes to, but if that's like paralleled for your life, that's like the worst thing you've ever been through.
Yeah.
It's like it's similar thing. Obviously, it's not, but like from your own perspective, it's the worst because it's happening to you. You know, like. I'm not saying nothing.
Is that like
that was thunder, lightning. Lightning comes first, then thunder. That was the light.
Something just hit outside.
What the heck is going
It's
on?
a transformer, I think.
Did the transformer just blow outside?
No, I think that was the light. That was the lightning.
No, but I heard.
No, that like flickered, but the
But I heard it outside,
Dude.
Oh,
and I saw a flash.
well, let's see.
I'm gonna go check
I'm
some.
gonna check it.
Maybe we should unplug the computer.
So we might end the live stream somewhere along the lines,
If
but
we
we've gotten the
die-
gist of it.
If we die, this is our last.
All this entertainment loves you so much.
You get to see our last moments.
Holy crap! A tree's on fire.
Is it really?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh, that hit my truck.
Well, that's the backyard.
Oh, that is the backyard.
I think we went to go check to see it because we saw a flash outside and like they heard something.
The power was blinking at the same time it was flashing.
No, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I thought I heard something come from our breaker box, so I went and checked that.
Oh.
Fine. Maybe we're just
Paranoid?
seriously, it could have been a transformer down the street and we just had like a small power surge.
Once upon a time there was love in my
What was
life.
this computer was doing all this wrong all in the neighborhood.
Well, fortunately, that computer is on surge protectors.
Now there's only love in the dark.
All right.
Nothing I can say. Total eclipse of the heart. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What was that?
What?
What did she just do?
She she gave me a thumbs up and said that was nice, and I was saying thank you.
Oh. That was nice. Okay. All
Stop
right.
placating my self-esteem.
So this looks like complete crap.
So what's the next step there, Doctor?
I don't know. We could probably tack this down here. So we could tack down the USB. Oh, we could probably do it like that. Although, what's this one that I have like looped around the wrong way? I'm gonna find out. See if I can push it back through.
So we'll say that at least we kept on the time limit of saying that it was only going to take 20 minutes to put it in the board or the case, but then like another hour and a half to do the rest of it. This is gonna be this is gonna be the longest video we've done.
You guys don't realize how OCD I am about
No.
cables.
I'm not saying
No,
nothing.
I'm
This is
not
the longest
saying
video
that
we're
you
doing.
Yeah, but that's why, because I'm so OCD about cables,
That's alright.
and plus I'm doing this with one hand. Hey-o, brought it up again.
Yeah, but that's
It's the
that's
truth.
the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. Believe it or not, after I broke my hand, I came back home and fixed my own computer. Or fixed my computer.
I've always been interested in that phrase, "believe it or not," and it's like, well,
Why am I not gonna believe it?
why? Yeah, like the person that tells you, you hope that you believe them because like if they're telling you the story, you may have some sort of trust with them.
Yeah.
It's like, or like the mutual honesty, mutual respect type of thing. Whenever you meet somebody, it's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm trusting that you're not gonna lie to me.
Yeah, we're probably just gonna run it that way. So reset switch, we'll go back. That just came out of nowhere.
That was nice. I was right in the
You were
trajectory
right
of
in the crossfire
that.
of that one. Yeah, it was great.
COVID-19. Oh, can't mention that.
Ah, damn it!
We got the Roni.
We got demonetized here.
Are we on YouTube?
Dude, on the
Yeah,
porch
we're
is
on
doing
YouTube.
well.
Oh, okay.
How's the on the porch doing?
It is. Let me check it.
How many views we got on it?
I don't know. Let's see. I need to change the paid pretend poster. It won't let me change it on my phone.
I think you can do it on computer.
Yeah, but Nathan's been using my computer so he can work on the graphics.
Get your computer back from Nathan.
I'll just go over there after I finish this.
I'm gonna go buy his own computer.
I'm about to buy my computer.
And watch this live stream so he can learn how to build it.
And we got plenty of.
We're gonna put this on. Yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube. How to build a computer, and they're gonna have to sit there a 3-hour live stream.
3-hour live stream. I've seen people live stream longer. Okay, I had a pack of cable ties, and they're right here. Got them.
Oh, I would say I moved them somewhere.
Well, I have this bad habit, and Lauren can vouch for this, and if she's still listening and watching, she probably will. I have this bad habit of just like, I start. Sorry.
Start rambling.
I start. Nah, yeah, that's
This is
it.
really the suspense is kind of killing me in this story.
No, I'll buy a pack of cable ties, and then I'll lose that pack of cable ties, and then when I need a pack of cable ties again, I'll be like, "Where's that pack of cable ties?" And we spend like a day looking for them, and finally I just say, "You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go buy another pack of cable ties." And as soon as I buy the other pack, I find the first pack.
Where is it typically? Where you last put it?
It's been in different places every single time. Like sometimes I find them in my closet, sometimes I find them in my like over here on my shelf thingy.
The shelf thingy. The shelf name doesn't actually say that it does what it does.
We're actually about to probably get that thing out and get like that shelf out of here.
Shelf thing.
Yeah, that shelf thing.
Cool.
Get it out of here. All right, so I'm actually gonna just tie these down here. Oh God. Too late. Facts. She's tired of me losing packs of cable ties. So I've really tried to keep track of these last 2 packs of cable. I went and bought like 200 cable ties.
Nice. So if you lose one, at least you can find the other 199.
Usually I lose them in packs of 100 at a time.
Well, I mean, at least you're consistent. And that's really all we can ask.
I always hate it when I lose the pack and it's just like
It's just that whenever we go to move, we will find a lifetime supply of cable ties somewhere.
and it'll go away to one lucky winner.
That'll be our prize that we give away for a subscriber.
You're one lucky winner of a lifetime supply of cable ties when we find them.
From Blue Shark Sound, exclusive
To viewers of all this entertainment live stream. Okay, I mean that's not the greatest looking that I've ever done, but I mean
notice.
I will.
Except y'all notice.
I will know it's there.
Every time you get a look at it, you can get like a bad like traumatic.
Oh, I know that there's some like stuff in Hotbox that I know I could cable better. I just, you know.
I want a cable better. That's all I want to do. I just want a cable better.
So what the cable's going
Cable
away.
better.
Yeah, it
Disappear.
everything in there would be wireless and be
Everything.
like, oh my god.
That's gonna be the future.
I legitimately I had this idea for a computer case at one point that was literally just like all of the cables were built inside the case for the power supply, and it would come with like, you know, a really high quality power supply built into it. But it would literally just be like all you have to do is connect like these little short power cables inside the main chassis, and that would be it. All right, I'm gonna.
And if that idea comes to life, they'll know where to look for the original idea on all this entertainment.
It's not patented.
Well, it's not, but at least you said the idea, so technically it's like it's in Alabama. I don't know. That has
I
anything
don't
to do with it.
I don't know if Alabama has anything to do with anything anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She takes the advice of everybody else.
Good job, Meemaw.
Me, my Ivy.
I love how that became a thing. Meemaw Ivy.
Meemaw Ivy. And that's Snowball.
That's Snowball.
Well, that was like her campaign ad. The very end of it, she goes, and I'm just like, no, who said it was? K Ivy. Meemaw. I actually do need to pull these out. Because that is where Chris's hard drives are going to go. Oh shit, we got to do SATA cables too. Oh man, we're going to be here for like another 3 hours. Just,
Really?
It's likely.
So like we don't need to do the stream that long though.
I don't know. Unless people are actually interested in watching all of this at some point.
All this entertainment.
All this entertainment. Is this entertaining for you guys? What all we're going through right now in order to make this happen?
But I guess if somebody likes to see people suffer, this would be an ideal placement for them.
I mean, the thing is, I'm not really suffering. I do enjoy doing this to some
I know, but it's the way
degree.
that you say it that it sounds like you're suffering,
Yeah,
and people I think
that's true.
people don't know how to actually like understand like voice tones most
There's
times.
sarcasm.
Yeah.
Nobody understands sarcasm. Like, I'm a very sarcastic person, and you know, nobody gets it. It's pretty great. Should I put a cable tie here just to tie all these cables together?
If you feel that you should.
I think I might actually. I think I could probably go through this loop, tie all these cables together, and then we got some lift up there, and that gets out of the way of the drive cages. So that way we've got some room. So I think if I can.
So I think we could do this if we do the headphones on thing, like kind of like this. What we're doing, carry it around, and just get a longer HDMI cable.
Yeah.
We didn't say that out loud. Just kidding. We got some cool new things coming to you.
Yeah, the first 30 minutes of our live stream is no longer just going to be
Staring at
a
a room. With
staring at an empty room
fan equipment.
with whatever artist equipment that we are working on, that we're featuring that night. I really hope this side panel actually goes back on. No, I've had like you have to like show. No, this side panel goes on first, and also we're gonna boot this computer before we ever put the side panels back on, just to make sure. Okay, that works to a degree.
Oh, because it's ready.
Oh, sweet. So we have 3 hours to. I had to be at the orthopedic at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Hopefully.
I gotta get my car tomorrow.
Oh, sweet. Finally getting your car back.
Yeah. It's not even fixed.
Well, that sucks.
They had it for almost a year, and didn't do anything with it.
What?
Like every time I called them, they're like, "Yeah, we're getting to it. What's wrong with it again?" And I'm just like, I told you what was wrong with it. Even you looked at it and knew what was wrong with it. And like, is it the motor? I was like, I hope you didn't replace the motor. like that does not sound like a good idea. And it's, you know what it is? It's just the alternator bracket.
The alternator. It's not even the alternator. It's the alternator bracket.
The last time that they repaired it, they welded the bracket onto the actual the metal component or whatever.
Like the engine block.
Yeah. So like they got to weld it back off so I can put on a new bracket, and that's why I brought it to them, because they messed it up in the first place. And now, like, they didn't fix it, so me and my uncle probably, and my dad maybe, or something like that. They know way more about cars than I do.
I'm actually going to. This seems really, really stupid and pointless, but I know we got another hard drive coming in for Chris, and.
Oh man, it's Christmas.
This is good practice for that 24-hour stream we might be doing.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I hope.
I feel like that was a
holding the cameras
subtle-
the whole time.
I feel like that was a subtle jab by Chris of how long I'm taking to build his computer.
Tossing shade.
He's tossing some serious shade here. Oh man, okay. Now I'm looking at this case. I don't know if you'll have room for 3 hard drive again.
That'd be really fun if they came back.